Ghostfire Media Network.
It's time for the Ghostfire Media Network podcast show, featuring the stars of iRacing's IVRL and the AOLL. Now, here's your host, the Ghostfire Media Network crew.
Hey. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Ghostfire Media, the podcast. I'm your host, Larry Patrick, alongside
Josh Laston.
There we go.
And Randy Pepper from the beautiful Sunshine State.
That we missed last night. We missed you last night. Hey, so we
missed you out on track too.
No, you didn't.
Yeah. I enjoyed my time much better New Smyrna playing to a full room of screaming girls.
Hey, rub it on our face, why don't you? Hey, so tonight should
better
be
than both you guys.
So tonight should be pretty fun. We're going to talk the AOLL. We're going to talk the IVRL, and we're going to talk a little bit of fuel. So our guest tonight, we're going to have Joseph Causey on here in just a minute. We're going to have Derek Schilling on for the TNT. We're going to have Greg Wellen on for the Trucks in the Cup. And does anybody remember who's coming on for fuel?
I believe it is Cal, and I cannot remember last names because
It was Cal.
Thank you.
I don't remember his last name either.
Cal Naughton Jr.
Oh, no.
Hey.
Shake and bake, baby. Shake and bake.
Well, hey, let's go ahead. Let's take a quick second and let's hear from our buddy Pat Patterson.
Hi, it's Pat Patterson, the racing guy. You're listening to the Ghostfire Media Podcast.
But they can see they can see my mouth moving, but nah, that was my Stream Deck's trying to connect. So I got to manually click stuff, so it's a little bit different. But hey, let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and let's talk IVRL. So let's go ahead and bring in our special guest, Mr. Causey. Hey, Joseph, man, how you doing tonight? Joseph.
Pretty good.
Awesome, man.
Pretty good. All right, that's not the Joseph Causey I'm used to. Usually, I always hear Joseph going, yeah, what again? So how's it going tonight, Joseph?
It's all right.
It's all right. You
Yeah.
sound a little tired. What the heck's going on down there?
I'm always tired.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I am.
after kicking everybody's butt.
I'm always tired.
Yeah, all right. I don't believe that one bit.
So let's get right into it. IVRL, man. I missed it this week, Randy. You guys were at
We were at
America.
the
Road America.
the same
that's
track,
right.
Road America, same track everybody else is running.
That's right, man. How was it, Joseph?
Got a pretty hooked up car, but let's put it this way. It's caused some suspicion that I'm cheating.
Oh, look, we didn't even have to bring it up.
We didn't even have to talk about it. He already knew that we were going to go down that.
I kind of figured.
Yeah, and it couldn't have worked out more perfectly because we asked you to be on the podcast on Tuesday night after the race. They said, "Sure, yeah, it'd be great." And then this whole thing pops up, and I'm like, "Oh boy, he has no idea what he's walking into now."
Oh, I already figured it was going to come up one way or another.
You're just lucky Nick is not here.
So
We're all lucky.
I'll be the first to ask, had you even heard of these kinds of, well, give us a little bit of a background on what we're alluding to.
I don't know exactly what we're accusing me of cheating of, because I've asked the question of, is it supposed to be a grip pack? Apparently that's not. But I don't know. Patrick has become suspicious of me because I had wrecked whatever the carousel, and I had 12 seconds of damage or whatever. So I was gonna pit that lap anyway. So I went in pit, got the tires, fixed the damage, and because I've already got nothing to lose. I've won 10 times. I don't, what's another win to me, So I was like, I'm going to fix it. And my spotter told me, he's still like so many seconds back because I had such a dang lead. I had almost a 20-something second
Yeah,
lead.
you had almost 20 seconds lead. Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, we'll fix it. There's why not? Might as well. So I fixed it. Like he blows past me, and as I was coming out the pit, and he messes up turn 1. So and then after that, I had a 212.0. And I mean, the car wasn't really damaged. I didn't really hurt it, but apparently I had ran earlier because the heat of the race, it was like 100-something degrees. I had ran a 212.9, and then later on it went to like 90. So I ran a 212.0. But apparently, because I've almost ran a second something faster, I'm apparently cheating. I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm going through it right now, and I'm pulling the cliff notes from this stuff, and this is a pretty good read. This is definitely a good read.
My favorite comment is, "Hold on, let me get some popcorn. This is getting good."
Go ahead.
If you go through there, it's some interesting stuff.
I love the fact that I've scrolled like my little scroller says it's halfway up. And I have not seen one comment from you, but I've seen Greg Holt and Patrick Gaspar going back and forth nonstop.
Because I'm friends with Greg Holt, and we race together. They all know I'm not cheating. Most of them don't. Tom, I race with Tom most of the time. I race with Will. I race with Harvey. They all know I'm not cheating. I mean, I don't know what I asked this Patrick. Patrick sent me private message. I asked him. He's already said his suspicion of it. I'm like, what is your suspicion? What is it? I don't exactly know.
Yeah, he never does come out and actually say that you're cheating or anything. He just kind of.
No, he don't say I'm cheating. He's not accusing me of that. What are you accusing me of?
Yeah, I'd like to know. I would love to actually had Patrick and you on here at the same time. I think that would have been like interesting to say the least.
We would have needed our popcorn.
Oh man.
So Josh, you were doing a little research. What kind of hacks are out there that we don't know about?
Just because this is the first time I've heard of it, I've been running iRacing for 4 years at this point, actually. And I didn't realize that there are grip cheats that you can use that essentially, but you really have to get in and you need to mess with the files themselves.
Yeah, you gotta mess with the @BuyAndI files and stuff like that, don't you?
Yeah.
But how do you know that?
I mean,
I don't even know that.
I'm getting suspicious of you now, Causey.
No. The only thing I mess with on @BuyAndI files is for my overlays for iRacing.
Yeah.
Because you got to mess with the @BuyAndI to put certain overlays what you want where you want.
Yeah, but there's the grip sheets are the only thing that I've really been able to find a lot of information modern, like in the past year and a half. But honestly, you pretty much explained what I would figure. You had nothing left to lose.
Exactly.
You're probably going to go down. And I know myself, if I angry drive, I'm either going to be amazing or I'm going to go off in a blaze of glory into the wall.
Okay,
Which is what happened to me Wednesday.
So, all right, so in practice, he was like saying, well, in practice, you were wrecking the car and you were kind of all over the place, and then all of a sudden you're on the track, like grip.
He had a practice up earlier, and I wasn't taking this. I told him I wasn't taking this seriously, because I was helping my buddy Miz like learn the track and everything. You know, he was learning, and I was just kind of messing around. I wasn't really taking it all the way serious. I already knew some of my brake marks, but I don't really learn my brake marks. Like, I usually run like by myself in a test drive with the line on, and then I learn my brake marks and where I need to back them up and where, you know, what mark.
And the track temperature drops by 5 degrees, it can make an entire second's difference, because you're talking, what, 2 minutes and 10 seconds?
That's a lot of grip. Like, we started, I think, at 114 that race, and I think it got down to like 90 something degrees.
Yeah, that's
a major swing.
And especially, if you're running lower fuel, you've gotten comfortable, you've gone in, got new tires. I mean, that's a perfect setup for me, and that's why you see in just about everything that runs road courses, everybody gets faster throughout the course of the run because you're settling in.
Oh yeah,
you're used to how it's reacting, and there's less fuel.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's why I even said it in that chat. I was like I might not be like, especially in ovals, I'm not a qualifier. I do not hit my mark. You know, I will be far off from, you know, where I need to be until like middle of the race near the end, and then I'm on. You know, I'm untouchable. I'm on fire by then because I've already learned most. You know, how to get around the damn track because I've been around and around and around.
Yeah. Most people, the more laps you take, the faster you get. Christian Converse says you're a cheater and don't let him fool us. So
don't listen to Christian. He's only 15 with a bowl cut.
Yeah, I believe everything he says with a bowl cut. Wow.
Hey, all I'm gonna say is I can't trust a man that's got a Green Bay Packers logo as their Facebook page. So
it could also be Georgia. I can't make out the colors.
It's green and yellow.
It's Green Bay.
and
Christian's like, he's got a Green Bay Packer logo?
Yeah.
The hell? He lives in frickin' the middle of the state of Florida.
I think he's from
Green Bay?
There. Yeah, he's from there. And I think they moved to Florida. So
I can't stand people do that. You know, if you get into the state, you start cheering for the team that you're in that state. I don't know why this is. People come down here to Florida, and that's why I have such a problem going to a sports bar, and I've got 15 million freaking Steelers fans all over the place, and I'm like, I'm just trying to watch the Buccaneer game here, and you guys are watching this stupid Steeler crap.
I can agree that is crap.
Yeah, the Steelers are crap. It's funny because I think I got pegged like 3 times. Harvey said, whoa, Larry. And then Jeff Converse said, you must be a Bears fan. Actually, I'm a Bengals fan. So I really have nothing to do with the Packers. I just don't like the Packers.
See,
wow.
I'm from Miami, Florida, and I used to live like, I would say not even 3 miles away from what was called at the time Joe Robbie Stadium. So I'm a Dolphins fan. I'm a diehard Dolphins fan and fan, but I live in Alabama now. I don't cheer for Alabama.
Oh, wait a minute. I can understand. Okay, you're off the hook because you don't have a professional football team.
No, but I'm still not gonna cheer for Alabama.
Well, they cheat. That's why. Who wants to cheer for a team that cheats every week?
Well, apparently he cheats every week. So
yeah, that's right. Okay, never mind.
Got him.
Oh Lord!
But
I'm trying to say, I've been hearing this from my friends. We now it's just been an ongoing joke.
Yeah, and it's going to be, man. That's Jeff said we're getting a court order to pull your hard drive and get it scanned.
Go ahead.
Oh,
you ain't gonna find nothing.
It is wild though. Like I said, in the initial post I'd seen, it's not even stated what the accusation is, right? It was just like, hey, I'm having something, checked. If it's found out, then I owe him an apology. But I'm like,
And I even say, I think if you've seen in some of the, I even say, well, what do you accuse me of? Grip pack? Like, what are you accusing me of?
See,
You know?
see, I wish I would have paid attention to all that. I'd be like, aha! So he admits it. I didn't even got to accuse him.
I've never even heard of a grip hack until Josh told me that they existed here a few minutes ago. I didn't know there were hacks for
Oh yeah,
iRacing. I
there
had no
is.
idea.
But I mean, what? Let's put it this way: why is somebody like me? I have put it this way: my account is worth so much to me in iRacing. I have everything in iRacing. Why would I jeopardize losing everything in iRacing to have a grip pack?
I mean, if I lost my account, I'd have to hang out with my wife all day.
You know, I have all the content. I'm in the 100% club. So I mean,
Yeah.
why would I lose? That's thousands.
That's a lot of money because I'm in the 50% and I know how much I've spent.
Right.
You guys were talking about that. I think somebody was talking about last week about check your account and kind of look how much you've spent on iRacing to get kind of figure out what you've actually invested in it. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I'm afraid to.
I'm afraid to look at mine. Mine's thousands. I know it's thousands.
Yours is, I guarantee yours is more than mine. And every time I have to spend money on a pack, I'll like go in to call a race, and I'm like, I don't have that. I don't have that track.
Yeah, that's why when everything that comes out, everything that comes out now, I just buy it all.
Joseph has,
Once you reach a certain point, it's all 20% off anyway, so whatever.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
That's a good point.
and it's funny because I think Joseph would look at all his stuff and would say, "Grip pack, grip pack, grip pack."
Well, again, Jeff in the comments has said that apparently it's in the IRFBB files. So
Oh no! Oh my gosh, we're gonna bring.
we're going to narrow it
What
down
is
and we're going
that?
to give some people ideas.
IRFFB is a alternate iRacing force feedback that you can use. It's even in the iRacing forums, so you can see it. Anybody can get it.
Well, and everybody keeps telling me I should use it, but I'm too lazy.
But I mean, I love it. It helps me out a lot. I use it all the time. The only time I don't use it is for super speedways. It don't usually work out correctly the way you want it to.
What is this? I'm gonna look this up.
I guarantee if Mr. Dinsmore is out there, he's going to be firing off the comments because he's the one that has told me about it multiple times. And
It's great.
You know,
I love
I think that's what I had. I think that's what I had, and it would not work with my computer. I think that's exactly what I had. Johnny had me download it. I had it. Joe helped me through it, and it worked for like one day, and then it went away, and I don't have it anymore.
Sometimes it doesn't like to load up, so you got to know the ins and outs of trying to make it work.
Didn't it have like some IBB or some other thing with it too?
It's just called IRFFB, and you got to have VJoy if you're using.
VJoy, that's it. Yeah, that was the other
Yeah.
thing. Yeah, it wouldn't work with me, and that's
Well-
it's probably user error because I'm just so dumb at all. I'm computer illiterate.
You just got to set it up correctly. It's not hard.
I did. No, I'm telling you, I'm jinxed with anything. So if I win a race ever, you'll know I won a race because I did it all on my own because I had no hacks because all I have is exactly what came with the game and that's what I have. I even have my Mad Catz racing wheel and racing pedals that came. I got them at Kmart back in 1993. So I'm doing pretty good though.
Yeah.
Somebody out there is going, really?
Yay, fooling us,
there's
Randy.
part of me that thinks that it's in the wall of history with your turtle lamp and everything like that.
Do I need to go get my turtle lamp?
No.
I mean, for the fact that you should probably have that like proudly displayed, I am kind of disappointed.
When we come back, I will go get my turtle and I will put one of the turtles over here.
One. How many you got?
I got two.
He's got two.
All right. Anyway, since that's not the league we're talking about.
You're
So-
my Josh Cry.
Yeah, I just don't want to look at it right now. So next week, we're off to Atlanta.
Hot Lana.
How are you? How are those short tire lives going to work with you?
I mean, we came out on the good side with the battle with Blake Gordon, even though, you know,
Was
Go ahead.
that the track that he ran into the side of you?
Yes.
Ah, I do remember that. That was a really great race.
Yes,
It was a lot of fun.
But,
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see. You know?
That's
Just
where it
gotta-
all started. That was a race before you ran Martinsville, and Blake wrecked the whole field, and then it was just a cluster after
Oh
that.
God, I'm waiting for the response in the comments for that one.
But, we'll
Wish I
hopefully
could see them.
we'll hopefully be good.
I'm sure
hope.
you will be. You know what I would say for you. So nobody or accuses you of cheating anymore. I would just start. I wouldn't even qualify. Just start in the very back of the pack. Run around in the pack for
Why do I want to start in the back? Why?
just so people
Fun.
don't think you're cheating anymore.
Well, but no, then when he fights his way up to the front, everybody's going to
gonna be
continue to
like
say
this.
that.
Trust me, I'm gonna probably be saying, "Oh, I better slow down." Patrick's gonna accuse me of cheating.
He probably is. I mean, it's just the way it is. You're once you're a cheater, you're always a cheater. So your name now is Joseph Cheater Causey.
You're like
Apparently.
you're like the Tom Brady of the IVRL now, man.
Apparently.
Deflated tires.
Hey, Justin Anderson said he wants to know if you're worried about your qualifying as you progress through the chase, or are you confident coming from the mid to back of the field?
I mean, what was it? Nashville. I didn't get to qualify. I was using the bathroom, and I was up there. I was second? Came up second. I was up there in front.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
many-
I like. Go ahead.
I was going to say, it was as many races that you run really, really well. Not just the wins, but the other races that you've run that well. So you even remember Nashville that you finished second. I mean, how do you remember how well you've done in all these races? That's kind of amazing in itself to me.
I mean, some of them I'm starting to get lost in. I know, like, what? Richmond, I finished first. Darlington was a crap show for me. Charlotte, I was great there. So, I mean, trying to name off the rest of them. I mean, I know Bristol Dirt I won. I don't know.
I don't know. You know all the road courses you won, so
I mean, that's every one of them that's come up.
yeah, we know that. So you figure you're probably going to run really well at Atlanta because you did run really well there last time. Who's going to be like your biggest competitor?
Well,
If not you, who's going to win?
Yeah, really.
I mean, I was looking at my teammates, freaking Greg Holt and Christian Converse. I know freaking Joshua, we call him Joshua. Gathright, I don't think he's coming back. So, but other than that, maybe who else? Will Cannon, he does good. He'll
The
be
ass
there.
cannon.
Yes, the ass cannon.
So so you said Cathright may not come back?
Yeah, I don't think he's going to.
So he took it pretty personally, huh?
Yeah, I think we're gonna probably try to ask Cody to see if we can get a driver swap for him. I have my buddy Miz that was been my spotter. See if we can get him in the car.
The Miz?
Yes.
Really? You have the Miz as your spotter?
Yeah, the Miz.
Wow.
Jason Meisner.
Oh, okay. I was thinking, man, that's pretty
Man,
good. I mean, you're getting the Miz to drive on a Tuesday night in between SmackDown and Raw. and all that.
Well, but that's his name is Meisner, but we know him as the Miz.
Randy,
all
you
right.
look like you like to wrestle with men.
You missed part
No.
of that conversation and tried to make a joke that didn't land.
Yeah.
The eye shot. You know what?
You shot. I know. I do watch a lot of wrestling. I know.
You do.
But
Sorry.
The Miz has been my spotter for most of those races, and I mean, you want to talk about one of the greatest spotters I've ever had in iRacing? That's that guy. You
have a spotter, a guy that actually spots for you every week?
Yeah, most of the time, if he makes it off working time.
So I mean, he's not you, or at least you're not like me, or like I'm sure Josh and Larry the same way. We just have one of those guys going, clear, clear.
Yeah, the digital crew chief is the closest to a friend I can get to do that.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know about y'all. I'd use the Chad Knaus one or whatever.
I tried to. I couldn't get to work.
John said he distracted me. I'll up my joke game. Actually, John, you didn't distract me. I had to go get another beer.
All right, so we talked a little bit about you know, this week, who you think possibly could win other than you. We already pretty much sure you're going to win. I mean,
you never know.
Well, unless something stupid happens to you, but
I mean, if he quits using these tire packs, I bet he doesn't win.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got to stop using those things.
Yeah, oh man, I don't know what to tell you. My damn $1,700 wheel, my freaking $800 pedals, you know, got them hacks with them, you know.
What wheel are you running?
I have a PlayStation DD1 from Fanatec.
I didn't realize that those would actually work.
Yes.
Oh no, the Fanatec ED1. Yeah.
Yes.
Nope, never mind.
It's the one that you could hook to a PlayStation.
Really?
Yes.
Sorry, I had to get.
How come mine doesn't work that? Mine's a PlayStation 2, but it doesn't work that way. I've got all the pads in the up, down, and right, left, and everything, you know, and I got the little joystick thing in the middle, and I move that, and that's how I turn.
Oh, dear
Larry's
God.
going, yeah, I believe it too.
The way you drive, I was going to say the way you drive. You know what? Yeah,
I wouldn't doubt it.
Randy has beaten you a few times.
I haven't been racing.
That's why you quit, because I started beating you.
What is Mad Cat's controller
No,
or
Mad
whatever?
Cat controller. Yeah, the Mad Cats. Yeah, look it up. Look it up. The Mad Cats is some shit, man. Tell you what.
With that bungee cord in the middle to center it.
Absolutely.
Next thing you know, he's going to say he's got a Sega Saturn wheel or something.
It wouldn't surprise me. I mean,
What
do you
was all
see the
that?
memorabilia behind him? Like, that would not surprise me at all.
That's all racing and guitars. Sir.
I'm just saying, though, he's got a lot of old school stuff.
Yeah, that guitar back over there. Let's see. The one on the right, that's a $4,500 guitar. The other one in the middle there was used on some of Tom Petty's albums. So I don't know what that one's worth.
Jesus.
A lot.
Jesus, man. Well, hey, let's get some predictions in for Hot Atlanta, man. Let's start with Josh Laston.
Well, first off, we already got some of them. But I got to go with Mr. Greg Holt, in all honesty. He led the most laps there the last time. He's always strong on the intermediates. And from what I've seen, he seems to be great with the tires, and that's key at Atlanta.
Harvey
Abrams?
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't
We
suck,
need
Harvey.
Harvey needs to do something. For sure. Been waiting for
Harvey
him to
can
do.
sneak up on you. He was a dark horse at freaking Nashville. Didn't he get the pole at freaking that All-Star race?
Yeah, he did. I mean,
See,
he's
I got a
kind
shot here.
of due for something.
Yeah, I got a shot here. Don't suck this week, Harvey.
And you are the commentator's curse when it
Yeah,
comes to
really.
your picks.
I want to point
Yeah.
out, every time I pick Joshua Hanner, he's won, okay?
That doesn't count.
Just saying.
Yeah, the guy that races on the laptop. We're serious too.
No, he
Oh,
really
man.
does.
What you got, Randy?
I'm going Joseph Gossi, man. I mean, I can't go against him. I mean,
I'm gonna be
it's
flat out
it's pretty
honest.
much an easy bet. I mean, if this was Vegas that I was betting right now, I'd lay my money down on Joseph.
Causey, who you got? I'm interested in this.
Who I got?
Do it.
You don't pick yourself.
Oh, I'm not
You
gonna
can
pick-
you can absolutely pick yourself. Call your freaking
No,
shot.
no,
I
you
love
can't
when
pick-
you call a shot. But I hope you pick who I think you're gonna pick. That would make my night.
Who am I gonna pick? I'm scared.
Think
Why
about
you in
this.
my head?
Think about this.
So
Get out.
Think about it.
Think about this.
Think hard.
The way I want to call it, if Christian makes it for football, I'll call Christian.
Damn it.
Damn, that's not who we were thinking you're going to pick.
I was hoping he took
even I was
Gaspar.
I'm going. I'm in Larry's head right now. Me and Larry are like interconnecting here. Gaspar.
I was rooting for it.
No.
Funny as hell.
That would have been. I'd have died.
I
I'd
would've
have
died,
died, man. We got some. Hey, Will Cannon said Causey and his cheated up tires. Schilling's taking Weatherby. Let's see here. Cannon said Atlanta Greg will be fast. He also said
If Christian's there, he will be
fast.
fast.
Yeah. And Ed said Adam. Ed, that's wishful thinking, man.
I was thinking that's what you guys were going to try to do, so we give him the curse and we see Adam out on lap 3.
Nah.
He'll do that on his own.
I tell you what, the only time I will ever select Adam for a race again is if it's at Talladega.
Yeah.
Because you know how Adam's like, I know
Maybe
this,
Daytona.
I know
Maybe
this
Daytona.
draft package. I can win this race. Adam, you won the run race,
And
buddy.
he
It's
did.
okay. And he did. He won that one. But hey,
Yeah.
Joseph, it was awesome having you, man. Good luck on those cheating allegations. Hopefully you get found out to be innocent, and let's see you go out and grab another win, huh?
Yeah.
Free
definitely so.
Causey! Free Causey!
Hey, man, have a good one.
I'm not worried. All right. Appreciate it.
Have a good one, buddy.
See you, Joseph.
Later.
Joseph Causey was our guest from the IVRL. Now we're going to bring on our next guest, and it's Derek Schilling.
DS, man. DS. What's
Also
up,
from
man?
The IVRL, but now AOLL.
What's going on?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's also the infamous texting and driving individual now.
I don't know how you were pulling that off last night. I obviously could barely keep it moving
hey,
anyway.
Randy,
so.
this man was having damn near a full chat with me and Adam in the booth through YouTube and Facebook. He was commenting in both.
Why driving?
Yes, and he finished second.
I mean, it was during caution in my defense.
Dude,
Yeah, I still don't have that kind of dexterity. to pull
most
that off, you know?
most people can't even freaking drive under caution, much less text and drive under caution. Most of the time we see guys running into the back of each other.
Yeah, like Nick.
Which we did. We got one of those last night too.
So I missed the race. So you guys can talk about this because I missed that one. I mean, if we're going to talk, I can do the sportsman thing because I ran with those guys. But
So the short version, we got 15 laps. We're great running. Had a lot of people getting a little aggressive early, but it worked. And made for great, first 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then things took a turn.
Yeah, the beginning of the race was really optimistic, right? Sorry, trying to share the link to the podcast. I was really optimistic about it. Then I don't know, man. It was almost as if that track was built on a freaking grave or something. It was just caution. There was a wreck. Like we said, Randy, there was a wreck, and then they got about a half a lap after the green flag dropped, and then there was another wreck, and then under caution again, and then the green flag dropped, and then there was a caution before they even cleared the freaking start-finish line, and that's pretty much sums up how the night went. But
So
Derek,
I'm gonna
good, I
get this
guess.
one out of the way. I caused one because there was a blinking incident to where if you actually look at the replay, I had the person on my left, which was Steve Dominy. He'd been a little erratic and also blinking a little bit, and I'm in VR, and all of a sudden there's literally the top of his car directly in front of me, and I had an oh shit moment. Went to take evasive action and accidentally downshifted.
yeah, it was entertaining to say the least.
So you blew up coming out of 4?
Yes, that was me.
Oh, okay.
But did it blow up, or was it just the tires sliding?
Oh no, that I blew up.
Okay.
I was at about 240 degrees when I got to my pit stall.
Dave Wright said you scared the behemoths out of him too.
I know. I'm not surprised.
So Derek, what you just joined the league recently? Not you've been in a few races now. How do you like racing in the AOLL compared to the IVRL?
Oh, there is so much less drama in AOLL. It is unreal, the night and day difference.
You want to get some
Yeah,
team
we
chats, man? I bet I can argue that point.
No, they're not always that way. That's just with Larry in the chat group.
That's false halftime. I don't say anything anymore.
Yeah, Larry just is there for the laughs.
I am,
Yeah.
man. I love reading the comments.
So, like, okay, what's like you say there's like night and day difference between drama and stuff like that. Like, give us kind of just tell us exactly what do you see. I mean,
Well, I mean, AOLL doesn't have a cheat gate going on right now. A lot of guys, it's guys are more willing to call out their mistakes, call out their fault and accidents. IVRL, there's always an argument about who it was, and it typically is the person that started the argument of who it actually was.
okay,
I'll say one thing. You're going to catch some of the funniest moments in this league. One of my personal favorites is sorry guys, my favorite steering wheel fell off, and like it mid race going like 190 miles an hour down the straight, and somebody comes over there. I think it was David DeParis, wasn't it? Comes over the radio.
Yes,
And
it
apparently,
was.
his
He really
wheel
wants
just
us to
fell off.
stop bringing that one up. We need to move on to.
every week we have brought this same thing up on every single
Oh,
show.
don't worry.
Oh, we need to move on to Dan Witt. And
I was just about to say that one.
The-
We do that one too.
we need hit the back of his chair fell off as he was hitting his brakes going into the pits, and he spilled his M&Ms.
That's true. And now, what's the third one? The third one is all of a sudden you see Don, the 5, to go all over the track, and it's like, sorry guys, I was texting.
So this is why we're so amazed when you're sitting there texting and commenting. Trust me, we've seen about all of it. I feel swear, man.
I mean, there is voice to text.
Yeah, there is.
Like where are the Millers instead of we're the Millers?
Yeah. That was one of his comments right there last night. We were trying to figure out the movie with Jennifer Aniston, and I couldn't think. I had to Google it, and we see where are the Millers, and I was like, we are the Millers. Like he put WHERE, and then Adam said he was like, he's probably using voice to text, and I was like, that's a good point. That's a good point. But
True.
yeah, since Randy, you didn't catch it, man. There was 18 car field. Correct me if I'm wrong.
20.
Was it 20? I thought it was like 18
was 20.
with one out.
21. That game.
But anyhow, it finished with like 6 cars on the lead lap at Daytona.
Yeah.
6 cars in the lead lap. That's all.
At Daytona.
Yep.
Yeah.
It took
I was
2
involved
hours
in
to race this thing.
Yeah, almost 2 hours.
34 laps of caution out of 75. Well, 77.
One green, white checker.
Derek, are you going to race this league anymore?
I promise this is not indicative of the league.
I mean, right now I'm second place in the points, so I kind of plan on running it.
Oh, that's right. You had a good night. You were like one of the 6 that had a good night, I guess.
I mean, I had no quick repairs left, but good night, so to speak.
Yeah, and
Yeah, hey, that's better than you do in the IVRL too.
Yeah, that's true too.
golly, man.
I'm just gonna start putting out on IVRL. You know, everybody's using the grip hack and everything. we're gonna get some stuff going on in there.
Hey, I'm kind of sad I missed all that drama. I like walked into that tonight. Randy was like, "Did you see all this chatter?" And I was like, "Wait, what?" So I found out like 2 minutes before the show.
I had to turn my notifications off for Discord with all that shit going on because my phone was blowing up at work and I couldn't concentrate on anything other than my dang on ringtone of Kazi and Gaspar, and then Hulk got into it, and it was great, but kind of distracting.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I want to talk for a second about the end of the Daytona race.
Yeah, about that.
So, Randy, just context for you because you wasn't there, you missed it, hadn't watched it. So my guy here, Derek, on the outside. Now at this point, I had picked Cirillo or Manzo to win this race, right? Joe Dinsmore had thrown out there that Brandon Bernhardt was going to win this race, and he was leading, right? But the outside line was the line, like so freaking fast last night, so fast. All you needed was somebody to push you on the outside. Well,
you need a little bit of side draft too if you were going to make it actually past someone, but definitely, and that was my strategy, was stay low, stay in the draft where it was only going to be 2 stops if we went green the whole way, and then move to the outside, side draft, and just blow past everyone.
How did that work for you?
You've seen how it works. 9 minutes of mandatory repairs.
But anyways, so I'm optimistic because I'm like, who Joe picks can't win this race. Like, Joe cannot pick the winner. Like, this just, you would probably never hear the end of it. He can't happen. And so I'm like, all right, my guy's got a shot here. He's got Tim right behind him. Tim's going to give him a heck of a push. Manzo's behind Brandon Bernhardt. He ain't going to get as good of a push. And my guy Tim left my man hanging out to dry, dropped down into the inside behind Manzo. And I was like, Tim, what are you doing? But he held his own there.
I mean, it didn't help I didn't get the greatest start ever either.
Fair enough.
Where'd you start?
I was on the outside front row.
Okay.
I mean, it's one of those tricks, right, of trying to time the leader.
Right. Yeah.
As it comes down, you'll learn everybody has their own little tells, especially in this league, because it is essentially a development league. Everybody has their tell on when they're going to go.
Yeah, I'm used to everybody kind of on Daytona and Dega they just kind of want to wait till that green because they don't want to get out to that big jump and get swallowed up. So I was kind of just waiting for that, and it kind of took me by surprise. He went about a split second before that. So I wasn't expecting it, and I didn't really get the best start. But then, I let off the throttle and kind of hung behind him thinking something stupid of I'm going to make a last lap pass instead of using my momentum coming out of 2.
Maybe if Adam would have called a little bit more for what you to do there. I want to point out, Adam would say something about what he should do, and then Derek would do it. This is how we knew Derek was actually watching and listening to the broadcast while he's racing. Obviously, outside the fact he's talking to us. But for the fact that Adam would be like, he should use the side draft right now, and you see Derek going. Like, he's like pinching down on the inside cars, and Adam's like, he must be listening.
So
I'm somewhat amazed at how well the side draft actually works in those cars.
That was crazy, especially who was that? I'm not good with everybody's name yet.
Steve
Dominic. God, that dude just came out of nowhere on the outside. He passed 6 or 7 guys by himself.
He had no help, nobody around him except for who's on the inside. But he would use that side draft. He worked his way from 8th to right beside the leader by himself. It was wild.
So were you actually watching the race?
Towards the end, I did kind of turn my TV back on because it sounded like it was getting intense, and I knew it was, but Adam was really helping me out. I didn't want to admit as much of it as what it did, but there was one time he was like, he just needs to get a really aggressive side draft, and that's just going to launch him out there. I was like, oh, okay. And down the backstretch I go, aggressive ass side draft, and next thing I know, I'm in the lead. And I was like, hey, that works. Keep on talking, Adam.
If there's one person you listen to amongst this group on those plate tracks, it's Adam.
Yeah, it's Adam.
Did you know he won an IVRL race on the plate track once?
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick's actually a guy too.
Say again.
It was Dega, wasn't it?
It was Dega. I mean, I guess you could listen to Nick too. He won truck race, plate race.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but we didn't have him last night. And...
No, but that, I'm telling you, that's probably one of the funniest things I've heard. I turned it back on, so I mean, some people use crew chief. Derek uses the broadcast. Respect.
Hey, got to use the tools given to me.
So, I mean, I got to know, man, how did it feel out there, last night as opposed to running the Cup Series with the AOLL?
He's not running Cup.
Yeah,
No,
he did, right.
trucks.
He only runs Sportsman.
Trucks.
I mean, Daytona was a lot different than what I've ran with the truck guys so far. I mean, we haven't really ran a super speedway I haven't with them yet. No, I did run. I had a really bad night, so it seemed a lot better with the TNT guys. But I mean, everybody is very, I mean, everybody gets very aggressive, but everybody's very professional in how they kind of go about giving each other a little bit of room, not trying to take each other out, not trying to be, I mean, last night wasn't a great example, but I mean, everybody seems to give everybody good room, courtesy. It's been really nice between both of them. I mean, both of them are very similar in how everybody races.
So, Derek, have you ever been on the show?
Yeah, once.
It's like early on. Yeah, it was real early on. Okay, I was thinking you had, but I wasn't positive. I forget too. So,
and I think with IVRL.
Yeah, when I'm
running
in the back of the pack with IVRL.
And I want to point out, you'd think you would learn that we use webcams around here.
Yeah, I know. Same.
Fine.
I mean, I have one. I don't know how to hook the daggone thing up.
You know what? Causey was telling us that he's still thinking about these, these hacks that he's using, these tire hacks. I'm going to give you a tip. You go buy one of those cameras, and it's got this little plug thing, and it's called a USB, and you plug it in, and it just magically appears, and you got yourself a camera.
Well, see, I plugged mine in, and it came with a little, like a headphone kind of cord thing, too. I plugged both those in. This daggone thing just kind of hanging there. It ain't doing jack squat. It's supposed to have voice and all kinds of stuff. Yeah, it's not doing anything.
You got to stop ordering stuff off of Wish.
This is actually an Amazon one. I upgraded for this.
You're only a step above Wish with that one.
I just want to point out that the fact that Randy's trying to give you technical advice is
that's what I'm
right now. I mean,
exactly. That's a joke in itself, right there, Derek.
Yeah, right.
I don't know crap about anything.
Yo,
I gotta take what I can get.
This is a man that literally just changed out a freaking keyboard from like 1980, like 2 months ago. Okay, like this thing
works. On my Mad Cats, man. I got my Mad Cats wheel and my pedals. I mean, one day I'm gonna upgrade.
I know it's not the Mad Cat's pedals because a certain somebody got some V3s randomly delivered.
Oh, those went on eBay about 2 weeks ago.
Contoratic hasn't been too good for him. He had to pay the rent for the shop. Sorry. All right, we're squirrel. All right, we hit the squirrel moment. Technology talk. Dang it. Hey, so I gotta know, Derek, man. You already mentioned that you really want to go for full season, see how well you can do, and obviously, I mean, you're starting out good, finishing second. What's your outlook the rest of the season? I mean, is super speedways a strength for you, or are you looking forward to those ARCA cars at maybe a Atlanta or Bristol, or even I think you guys got road courses too, or maybe even a road course?
Oh, I hate road courses.
We have 3 of them.
Well, those 3 weeks I'm not looking forward to.
You get 5 drops.
You're fine. You're fine.
Oh, well, then there we go. I got 3 of my drops taken care of.
I've seen him drive a road course. He's not looking forward to it.
No.
That's coming from Randy. That's sad.
You know what?
I will show you every wall on that road course.
No. I will find it first. I will show you. I will be the blind leading the blind around the road course. Trust me.
Dear God. Well, I mean, it could be worse.
I just remember Lime Rock in the Legends thinking, oh God, I'm coming up to Randy. He's on the left side. And most people think I'm going to go the right side. I'm just like, no, I'm going to go towards Randy because I know he's going this way.
It's, it could be worse, Derek. You could have had a week like the guy there on my left and use Daytona as one of your drops. At this point, at least you're hoping.
True. Yeah,
that's part of what worries me is this isn't going to be a drop.
No.
So Derek, you're running TNT, and you're still running the Sportsman. So let's go around the horn and find out who we think's going to win this week in the TNT, and figure out what we got going, guys.
All right, so we're off to Atlanta. You know what? I'm hoping he has something. Mr. Carl Henderson.
Only won 2 weeks ago.
Old tricky Carl, huh?
Yeah, I know he won 2 weeks ago, and I've heard that a few times.
If he gets his pudding before the race, man, I'll go with Ross Gage.
Ooh. Can I pick myself?
Oh, you're racing?
Sure. We'll let you have one.
I've told you, hey, I'm a firm believer. You can pick your teammates, or you can call your shot. I think you got some big cojones if you call your shot.
No, I'm not going to call my
Even
shot.
bigger cojones if you can freaking win the race.
Yeah, no, I'm not calling. I'll be lucky if I get a top 10. So now, I'm going to actually go with Justin Edwards.
Justin Edwards doesn't race anymore.
He's not racing?
No.
He quit?
Yeah.
He raced last week.
No, he didn't.
In TNT?
I didn't know if he came down or not. He was running the Sportsman.
No, bro.
No, bro, huh?
No, bro.
I thought he came down. Okay. Then I will go with Stephen Domney.
It's a good call.
All right.
Mr.
Derek?
Schilling.
I like Atlanta. I don't know. It's a toss-up. Kind of partial to myself at Atlanta because I really do like that track. But Blake Ziti.
Ooh.
The Pasta Man.
Pasta Man.
The Pasta Man.
I also have to remember we ran this 2 weeks ago in the exact same cars.
Yes, that's very true. That is very true.
Yeah, that's true. You guys did.
When are you going to get you a team, Derek?
I don't know. Anybody looking for somebody that is good at running in the back, a little bump under the back?
You'd fit probably perfect with first response racing.
I was just about to say it.
You just sit
I
in the
was
back all day
just
long.
Gonna just going to say that you stole my joke. I'm so mad.
You know what? You know why I say that? I'm on that team. So,
Exactly. We got my man Randy Pepper, Ross Gage, Mr. Rick Kohler, Adam the Woo Wood,
Johnny Downey,
Johnny Downey, and every now and then Marshall Hall.
And no, I think Marshall's pretty much out.
I know. I said every
Brian
now
quit.
and then.
Yeah, every now and then. So yeah, that's we're the perfect team for you. But you won't learn anything, so that's probably not a good choice.
I don't learn anything anyway, so hey, it's perfect fit.
Well, ever since I read the Evelyn Sped reading course. No one ever saw that, did you? Evelyn Woodhead Sped Ridden course? No?
No.
Anybody?
No.
Anybody?
I don't read.
I'm not much of a reader.
If it's not an audiobook, I don't catch it.
Oh, whoa.
Oh. What do you got there?
John Gordon just said Carmody will likely not run season 3 of TNT.
Wow. Really?
That's
Curious
intriguing.
if business is picking up for him to where he's going to have some just some issues getting back, because we did delay the start last week to accommodate him getting back in, and I follow commodity prices and they do seem to be coming down a little bit, so I would assume business. But no, apparently it's family, and that makes sense too. That's about as good of a reason as I could.
Family does come first. Look at it this way. I've got a kid that's still healing from a broken arm. One that was just diagnosed with freaking, I don't even know what you call it, some sort of asthma. It's not full-blown asthma yet. It could turn into full-blown asthma. We don't know. She's on breathing treatments. I got another one that's at the ER right now. The one with the broken arm. She's got a freaking ear infection, apparently. They're waiting on meds. So... And I got a kid on the front way. And I got to
That's why you just don't have kids.
Huh?
Have cats, not kids.
I'm drinking beer and BS.
And if you know Josh, he also has a huge collection of Star Wars and all this collection, all these play toys and stuff, all this cool stuff. And hopefully he's going to one day have some girl help him out sell it all on eBay.
You make jokes, but until you got to that last part, you weren't wrong.
I get the reference for 40-year-old virgin there. That's fantastic.
Exactly.
That was amazing. Good reference. I give you that one. Mikey Keller saying he's taking the 8 or 529. I mean, I'm telling you, one of those two are getting a win this season. Honestly,
Phil has scared me. Not from him gonna take me out. I don't like when he gets behind me because he's gonna get past me.
I believe that. Phil's he's definitely coming to his own, man. There's no doubt about it. It's better and better every week.
No, I was really excited to see him come back, and okay, I'm not as excited because I'm running for a championship here, but still happy to have him back.
I do
absolutely.
I do want to reference that. That is one thing. I gotta know, Derek. Are you cognizant to any of the guys that may be racing for the overall of the TNT? Over the span of the last 2 seasons, going into 3, or are you just kind of racing everybody like you normally would?
I plan on racing everybody like I normally would. Just try to keep it clean, but get by everybody. I don't want to tick anybody off because I already have a problem holding my own line. And ticking somebody off and letting them wreck me, it'll be simple. But I mean, no, just running everybody hard. I don't even know who really actually runs for the full championship.
Me.
Only one.
Josh up here. He's one of them.
Just so I want to point out one of your pick, Blake Ziti, Carmody, who unfortunately is not apparently going to race, St. Jean, and then we got Josh. And I love the team chat because it's Josh and Carl Henderson going back and forth. And all Carl's worried about is the overall championship. So that's all he's counting on. Josh is looking for season championships. So
No, I'm looking for the overall because I know
now.
right now as it stands. No, I've been the whole year. I just want that damn turtle lamp.
You want to see mine?
Turtle lamp.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, see,
For
all right,
the
you got to pull it
full
out real
year.
quick, Randy. Randy, pull it out real quick. Derek wants to see it.
Is it close?
Hold on. No, it's not close. I gotta go. Hold on.
Hurry,
I'll be back.
run.
I'll explain it while you're getting it. So essentially, with the TNT for the full year, there is a trophy, but it's actually a turtle lamp. To where the original, it was Tuesday night turtles, and it just kind of stuck. We moved to Thursday nights, but the winner of the overall championship got a turtle lamb. And Randy happens to have 2 of them, and I'm very jealous, and I just really want a turtle lamb.
They are
And
kind of cool.
as it stands right now, I'm 93 points ahead of Carl, and Tim is 71 points behind him. So,
John Gordon said he has the very first turtle lamp.
yeah, and I really want one.
So you're telling me next year I could run the full season with turtle lamp, possibly?
Yep.
Yeah.
You could get this beautiful Tiffany turtle. They said this one. That's what this one is.
I want one.
Exactly.
That's it. That's what it's all about. Telling you, man.
Say hi to Testicle. Testicle turtle.
Jesus. Well, hey, Derek, it's been an absolute blast having you, man. We hope to have you back, and good luck the rest of the season.
I appreciate it. Hope to talk more to you guys.
Yeah, absolutely, buddy. Have a good one.
I'll try not to take you out. All right, bud.
Hey, same to you, boss.
I like the mutual show of respect there. Of, hey, I don't want to take you out. I don't want to take you out either. But yeah, hey, it's all good. Well, hey, while we got a quick second, we're gonna get ready to shift gears. We're gonna head over to the trucks and the cup. So we're gonna take a quick commercial break. We're gonna hear from the Guitar Addict and why you may be a loser if you're wondering about that in your life. And
If you apparently play a ukulele, you jerk.
well, we will be right back. So yeah.
The AOL.
Hi, I'm Randy from the Guitar Addict. Can we be serious for a second? Are you tired of being a loser? Can't do anything right? Feel like everyone's coming down on you all the time? Well, there's a way out. And I'm going to show you. Hey Mom, look what I learned. That's right. Pick up a guitar, learn how to play guitar. Automatically you're going to become a chick magnet. The ladies are going to love you. Your kids are going to think you're cool. So what you need to do is come down here to the Guitar Addict, 16725 Ridgewood Avenue in Daytona Beach, Florida, or go on GuitarAddict.com and buy yourself a guitar and automatically be the star of your neighborhood. That's GuitarAddict.com.
Well,
Did we
sorry.
get back in time?
No. This is a disadvantage of serving your own beer at your house. Well, hey, let's go ahead. So Mr. Wellen does not get a little impatient as being in Mr. Wellen.
Sounds good.
Hey,
Still
Greg.
Mr. Randy, though.
He's probably trying to drain his,
Yeah.
his
well,
ukulele.
Uh,
We lost Greg there.
we lost him.
Oh, what happened, Greg? I knocked him off. I booted him.
Did you?
No, I'm just kidding.
I mean, you may have. Hey, Greg. Hey, there we go.
We actually get a webcam for the first
Yeah,
time.
well, I
tonight.
think he's on phone.
It doesn't matter.
Phone.
Well, that's what I told him because he was
It's
like,
still
"Hey,"
a positive.
he was like, "Can I use a phone?" I was like, "Yeah, well, yeah."
Yeah, actually, some of the iPhones actually make better cameras than these ones that we're actually using.
All right.
I
It's still trying
technically
to
hope
connect.
not, because mine costs way too much. Yeah,
Your camera costs that much?
a lot.
Mine was free.
Really?
Ah. We lost him
Mine. I
again.
bought mine from Target. Oh, where'd he go?
We just keep losing him.
He completely dropped right now, so maybe having some technical difficulties. I do know he's out in California, so hopefully we can get him in here. But we're gonna switch gears.
What's
We're
that
gonna
have to
talk
do with it? Wait a minute. He's out in California. What does that have to do with it?
different time zone, man? Could they have a higher traffic of internet issues? Anything.
Governor
It's
got
also
down
really
on him.
hot out there.
So also really they get rolling blackouts, Randy.
They do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why?
from the heat.
It can't be any hotter than it is here in Florida.
And they keep burning down their power grid.
It's pretty freaking hot out there, Randy.
I guess so.
Greg.
You guys got me?
Hey.
Yeah, there we go.
10-4, good buddy.
Tried to get it going on my phone, and I couldn't hear you guys, and I'm sure you couldn't hear me either. So it looks like we're gonna have to do this without video.
Oh,
Sometimes
so
it's
sad.
better to
That's
not see us, in all
Yeah.
honesty.
Well, I think he can still see us there, buddy.
Yeah, he can see us. We just can't see him.
Yep. So I'm salvaging everybody from having to look at me. So that still works.
Yeah. They
Well,
look
hey.
at us, so it can't be terrible.
Welcome, man. It's nice to have you. Give us a little bit about yourself, man. Little 411. It's your first time here, so let's get your car number. What you're racing, and what your background is.
Oh, okay. So my car number is 94. My sponsor is my son's travel baseball team, the Inland Empire Redbirds, and also Zoe's place out in Hancock County, Indianapolis, which is a child advocacy center that
cool.
helps severely abused kids out there. Actually, is a really cool program they do. So anytime I do races where I win money, I donate half to them.
Dude, that's awesome.
That's
What do you do for a living?
So personally, I am a painting estimator. So in California here, you have to work 10 years in a trade before you can open your own business. So I've been working at it for a couple of years, and my long-term goal is to own my own paint estimating company out here.
That's pretty sweet, man. That's
What kind of car do you drive?
Personally, that's a two-part answer. One for work is a Kia Optima hybrid, which makes a lot of sense, driving from house to house. Then the fun one is a Dodge Challenger Hellcat.
nice.
Wow, man.
yeah.
From the hybrid to a
I would
freaking
call
Hellcat.
that. I would call that a fun one.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna go. Oh, well, I've got a Prius and a hybrid.
Is it because
Kia.
is that because he's from California, Randy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
I hate.
I knew that's where you were going with that. you see the love coming through, man. Justin out there saying, "What? It's Greg."
The Hellcat, man, that's awesome. Bring out
Yep.
all the total props to you, man. I got a freaking minivan.
I wish I could afford one.
The only reason I can afford one is thanks to Ford Motor Company. I had a Ford Fusion I had for work that ended up lemon lawing. I got a check for $34,000, so I paid off all my debt, and then I'm sitting there staring at a Hellcat like, oh, well, maybe.
Well, I'm not going to blame you.
So is that how you get all your mad skills in the iRacing stuff? Because you're used to driving something that has that much power?
That doesn't transfer over to sim racing at all. That thing absolutely no grip. I tell you what, that's like iRacing 2009 when you turned right to go left, and it's like ice everywhere you go.
Jesus. Well, you've done so far. I know you've won one cup race at least, and
Two. Or
is
no,
it?
one. Yeah,
One.
I was looking at it.
Okay, I was ready to say I'm tracking one, and then and looking back, you finished fourth here at Road America. So coming in, starting out strong, man. I see you've got ties to Steel Horse Racing, and particularly it looks like Justin Anderson, who may be your biggest fan. What's your background with those guys?
Okay, so all right, and I got to give my background on sim racing too because it's kind of
Perfect.
a story. I'm old school. So let's start with my ties to Steel Horse Racing. I raced with Justin when I came back after being away from this for 10 years. Last year at a Sunday morning league that starts super early in the morning for me. And then I was looking for some changes in what I wanted from sim racing, and I started seeing his videos for this league pop up, and I was like, man, that looks like a good place because Justin gives me a good race.
Yeah.
He pushes me, and so I was like, okay, that's about the level of competition I want to be at, and that's how I ended up here. I've run the 1 cup race with you guys, and I've run the 5 truck races now. So I did the 4 truck races just trying to keep my nose clean because I like the cup car. I don't like much of anything else. So I want to make sure that I was going to get accepted into the Cup League, and then I could start pushing and going for it. But as far as the Road America, I like the road courses. I'm never the fastest guy, but I'll be top 5.
Yeah, and that's what I'm trying to grab the stats on. And I mean,
I'm going to tell you that Larry knows a little bit about the top 5. You got a third once.
Oh, did you see where the trucks are going this week? Because I did.
Oh, I'm well aware.
Can you guess who's coming back? Daddy's coming back. We're coming back for Bristol Dirt.
Let's not be leaving Carl alone in the booth.
We are coming back for Bristol. Sorry, Carl. It's Bristol Dirt.
Oh boy,
I love dirt racing.
Larry, just let that third be the.
I'm going for second this time,
jewel.
boys. I will slow down and let somebody pass me so I can get
Joe's
second.
not going to be crab walking the whole time.
Joe ain't got nothing for this. Nothing.
Joe was crab walking.
He still ain't got nothing. He still ain't got nothing for this.
Just barely behind.
And don't let me start about Justin Anderson. All right, I like the guy personally, but don't let me start about him.
So Greg. So you said you raced 10 years ago. So what was your experience before iRacing?
All right, so here we go. Actually, like learning more about AOLL, I'm surprised I've never run across you guys before. Either that or we all have and we forgot about each other. But I mean, I go back to the original NASCAR racing game. I had that sucker. I got into sim racing in 2001. So I've been sim racing for that long, and a bunch of buddies that crossed paths with Justin Anderson. I was racing with them in like 2006, 2007, 2008. And then here's where it gets kind of cool. In 2009, I kind of branched out, was looking for more competitive leagues. And I'm sure we've all heard about Ascors, or at least like the Dirty Mo group.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they had a group called Ascors, and so I jumped in there and started racing with those guys, and guys like Ray Alfala when he first came along. And then we did a fixed setup league called AKM, and this is all 2K3. AKM Monday Night Money, where we were racing for money. It was a good time, a lot of racing with a lot of guys that are in the main iRacing series now, so it's pretty fun.
So you've been around a while for sure. Did you rate you? I think you came in a little after 10. You didn't get to race on 10, did you?
Yeah, see, I was 14 when 10 was around, so my parents were going to let me have a $800 telephone bill. So that's
10 wasn't that bad. 10 actually was like, I think it was it's around $100 a month, something like that.
I just heard the Dale Jr. podcast where he was talking about he had an $800 one, which if I got the chance,
no, that was
too.
That was before. That was before 10, when we all used to race on Sundays and we'd have a phone bill, and that was prior to we having 10 cents a minute. Yes, we did have stupid, crazy money, phone bills. Yeah, a lot of us had first wives because of that reason. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah. So you came in 2001. You missed all the fun, but that's all good.
Yeah, but I did a lot of league racing, got to meet, obviously, a lot of the OGs back then. And then, I didn't like the transition to iRacing because of what I said earlier, where you had to turn right to go left. It was very weird. It didn't make any sense. So about that time, I was done with my first wife, and I had a young son I needed to raise. So, I left sim racing for a long time. Never thought I was going to go back. Yeah. Well, now my son's 10. He's, taking care of himself a heck of a lot more. He doesn't need me so much. I have more spare time for a hobby, and then the pandemic comes into play. Well, here I am. I got back into it a year ago, and still trying to find my wheels underneath me, but I'm getting there.
Hey, you're doing a lot better than I am. I did the same thing. The pandemic came around. I was like, hey, I got to do something. I might as well go sim racing. And you caught on to it. I'm still working, trying to figure it out. So,
well,
it's good for you.
I'm going to say one thing, man. And I was actually just about to bring this up, and I wanted to ask if it's a flip. I mean, I'm sure it's not. You say that you're trying to get your wheels about you, man. But you come out first race in the Cups, and you win. The only other person that I'm tracking right now within the past 2 seasons that's done that has been Hanner. Hanner came out, won his first Cup race. He's actually won 5 of the last 10. Can you replicate something like that? Like, is this, or is it just, hey, it was a super speedway, which it says super speedway, but it's not a super speedway.
It's an intermediate.
Exactly. That's what I'm getting at. So is this something that you can do? Like, do you feel you have the speed to continuously challenge for that win every week?
Absolutely. And being in the Cup Series, yes, I mean, that's part of the plan. But what's the schedule here? Where are we off to next? We're off
Atlanta. Yeah, you guys are off this week. Atlanta, and then you'll have New Hampshire to follow.
Okay. Oh yeah. New Hampshire, I'll be top 5, but Atlanta, I love Atlanta. I love places like Indianapolis. I miss Pocono. I definitely would have loved to run up front there. It's one of my favorite tracks for sure.
Seems like that's a big general consensus, man. A lot of people love Pocono. I ain't never seen such a thing.
It is easily my favorite track on the Cup schedule.
I love how hard it is. It's not an easy track, and you got to be precise. And if you can figure out the tunnel turn, you look like a superhero. It's just fun. It's a fun track.
I loved
the
it on,
closest thing
like,
to a
NASCAR
road
2003.
course. It's the closest thing to a road course without it actually being a road course, and
I just love that. So, like, you get a run on somebody going into, either turn 2 or turn 3, and they block you low. Throw it on the high side, and you can make it stick and go around them. It's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the one thing I did notice about iRacing compared to 2003. 2003, you didn't have an upper groove at all. It was either bottom groove or nothing.
Oh my goodness, yes. And even a couple months ago, it was that way here in iRacing. But the changes they've made, man, it's so much fun. You can just race.
So I have a question for you. This could be construed as controversial. I don't know. I don't know. I guess how you take it. Not you personally, but some people. Don't worry, like it's not going to get you in trouble or anything. But I have a question. So you joined so late, right? You have to run in the trucks and prove yourself in the trucks. I think you said 5 races alone before you could even come to Cup, right? Now we see the same thing with Hanner. Hanner's fighting to try to get into the chase, right? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 7 races before the chase. Are you disappointed that it's going to be really almost impossible to make the chase in the Cup, or would you like to see maybe a change for these guys that are like you that are coming in a little bit later? That hey, a win and you're in. Almost like I think the NASCAR series is doing that. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I understood what I was getting into, and I knew I wouldn't have a chance this season. But I mean, I like what I've seen in this league so far, so I already plan to be back next season. So I've come to terms with that, and I'm not worried about racing these guys going for the championship either. They will not get turned off my nose. I'm not that guy.
Oh, that's a great
and
answer.
the biggest thing I can tell you is it's not like once we hit the chase you have to stop running. It just becomes be a little wary when you see a guy with a C next to their name coming up on your relative.
Yeah, it doesn't make me uncomfortable. I don't make dumb decisions too often in the car. So I know how to race around these guys. I'm not afraid to let somebody go. Like if I'm leading and Hanner's coming up and he's been catching me, almost 2/10 a lap, I'm not going to fight him unless it's the end of the race. And if I do fight him, we're not going to wreck because of it. Like, we're going to race. I'm not afraid to give somebody a lane, and I'm going to race you from the high side. I'm not going to crowd you. I'm going to race you.
Now here comes the question. If it's Justin, what do you do?
Wreck him.
Wad him up. Ship him off to UPS.
He ain't even going to his favorite place. Man, just put him in UPS. I love it. That's fantastic.
It's better than FedEx.
I don't remember
FedEx UPS flowed better.
Someone said it in the race. If Justin doesn't win this, he needs to wear a UPS costume.
Yeah, that was me.
I worked for UPS for years and still have the uniform that I can ship to him.
Oh, stop.
Oh, there definitely needs to be a wager throughout the end of the sale. Okay, the wheels are turning. Let's see what I come up with.
Hey,
I don't know if it'll fit because I was probably about 20 pounds lighter, and I don't even think most 12-year-old boys would fit into the costume. But
we need to squeeze Justin into it, and
I do still have a coat that fits.
I'm just saying, if it's smaller, that's even funnier. So
yeah, Harvey, how's it doing there?
Jesus Christ, man! Hey, Justin said he'll cut a bitch, Craig.
Hard to cut me when I'm all the way over here in California, but swing away.
right. Hey, that's wild. But yeah, dude, I get where you're coming from in that manner. I guess for me, it does suck that you see these guys that come out with this potential. It kind of cuts you down on this one season. It sucks to see you guys have to wait one more season.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it doesn't bother me too much. I plan to compete next year. This gives me a chance. Really, the bigger issue is you guys got some fast guys. So, even if I get it, I don't know everybody's tendencies. I don't know the guy that's going to let me go here or lift here, or no, he's going to push it here. Yep, he throws it to the inside every time. That's the guy who throws it to the outside. I don't know the tendencies.
Right.
This gives me a chance to learn those without being in a position to drive over my head, and I don't want to be in that position.
Greg, let me give you a tip here. Whenever you're going around me lapping, just beware. I don't even know where I'm going either. So
extra half lane, I got it.
Yeah, this is the man that his excuse went from these damn pedals. They just don't ever work. Like I hit the brakes and the car don't stop. So he magically gets these V3s, and now all of a sudden it's this damn wheel. I turn it left and it goes freaking right. It just doesn't do whatever it wants.
It's another piece of equipment upgraded.
No. Actually, I did pretty well when I first started getting the pedals and stuff. So I've improved.
Equipment makes
There's no doubt about that. You almost beat me on Wednesday.
So I got that going for me. I almost beat Josh one time. Hey, I did finish 5th at I think Nashville.
Yes, you did.
And that was I think that was in a cup race too. So I had that going for me.
What kind of wheel do you have?
Oh, it's a Mad Catz.
I don't know what that is.
Look it up.
It's the joke of the night.
Apparently,
somebody out there is going, "Holy crap, really?"
I'm googling it now.
Look it up. Just look it up.
The centering spring the bungee cord that brings it back to center. There's no force feedback.
I actually have a bungee cord. That's it. Yeah, that's real. That's it.
Yeah, I would say definitely that thing's going to turn right when you go left. I get a new wheel. Get the VRS Direct Pro. It's a good wheel.
Oh, well, this one's really cool because I got bungee cords holding it onto my desk.
Or this one.
Wrapped around. That's it, baby. Look at those pedals. Oh, wait, what is that?
That's the
MC2. That's the upgrade.
Hello.
I don't have that one. No, mine's a lot. No, see that one's really good. I got the other one you bought at Kmart.
Jesus, man. Jesus Christ. That's funny stuff, man. So, are you planning on running the trucks more, or are you just are you just focusing on Cup?
Mostly Cup. I'll jump in the truck races when I see a track I like, or if I got, I don't always get home on time on Wednesdays to race. But definitely, like when I saw the road course, I get a kick out of those, so I jumped in.
Oh, so you're a road course guy?
No, I like them. But I'm not. Like I'm obviously nowhere on Blake Gordon's speed on road courses, but I do enjoy them.
Well,
yeah, he's wild fast.
He has, what is that thing, the tire hack?
Yeah, I was ready to say, apparently we just found out he's running a tire hack.
Yeah, the tire hack. He's running that, so don't worry about it.
Yeah. Hey, none of us going to run fast as him unless we do the tire hack. Apparently, that's the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, then you'll be excited to know. I mean, Indy Road Course is coming up in 2 races, July 25th in the Cup. Watkins Glen, August 8th.
I'm looking forward to like Michigan and Indianapolis Oval, though. Those are where I'll be competing for wins.
So you got that August 22nd for shit again, and Indianapolis. You don't have Indianapolis the rest of the season in the Cup.
Dang. Just more the cookie cutters and speedways.
Just the road course.
That's where I'm quick.
Oh, I'm sorry, Jay. You're right. August 15th.
I was going to say I've kind of studied that.
No, you're right. The Brickyard.
I had to figure out which ones me and Carl were going to swap between to start getting experience, and I was really sad that I was giving him the Brickyard.
Yeah, 8 laps at the Brickyard. So you get your two tracks you're looking forward to back-to-back 15th, 22nd.
Yeah, the only tracks I really don't enjoy are the flat tracks like New Hampshire. I mean, I run top 5, but They're single groove. You can't really race side by side. It's really more about precision and all that. It doesn't reward aggression like the speedways do, where like Michigan, I could throw it in 4 car lengths, further than the guy in front of me. And if I work my throttle and brake right, I'll still keep dragging them out of the off the corner too. Like you can do a lot more. Those tracks, not so much. I don't get a kick out of them as much.
So you kind of lead me right to where we should probably be going next. We're at Atlanta next. We're off this week, but next weekend we're at Atlanta.
Yes.
Kind of fits the description of what you're talking about there.
And the changes they made to it recently, where it's got no grip. There's so much throttle pedal work. I love everything about it.
Yeah, the TNT ran there 2 weeks ago, and we're running there this next week too. Like, I absolutely love it because that's the kind of track that I love as well. And actually, I'm going to be running the Cup that week. Like, yeah, if it's just lay off, find your right line, and then kind of feather the throttle, find the right point to get it down to the floor, that's where I'm home.
Oh, dude, absolutely. You're speaking my language right there. I love, and you got to find the right spot at Atlanta and through the bumps.
Yeah, it's the bumps. God, the Atlanta bumps. Hey, you don't want to play with them.
I've run with a few people that run the absolute high line the entire way around. I cannot deal with those bumps at the entry. Like, they kill me.
So, okay, I know what you're talking about. I don't run it from the start of the run, but I go up to the high lane as soon as I can, as soon as it starts to wear. And the trick to those, honestly, is staying on the throttle longer. Like, I might lift to 3/4 throttles right there, or I might have lifted, like, maybe 50 yards before the entry to the corner, but then I get back to 50 to 80% throttle over the bump and then lift once I get past it and let it set. So it's just a matter of, like I said, you got to manage the throttle and sometimes brake through all that stuff.
So hopefully I didn't just draw out your secret for the week.
Yeah. I'm like, I just wrote all this stuff down.
I did just make notes.
I will help anybody who asks. I do like being that guy, but you still got to do it. And then that just means it's going to be a better race. So let's do it.
Don't be surprised if I don't hit you up on that.
You are officially an AOLL guy in that case.
Good. And Randy, you've got to go get yourself a wheel, man. I can't do nothing until you get a different wheel, buddy.
Well, and I want to.
Kidding.
You could tell, man. You are.
Dude, trust me.
You've been super respectful the way you speak, man. You're so well spoken about the way anything's questioned to you or anything like that. So it kind of leads me into what I was wanting to ask before Josh asked his question. We got some of the newer TNT drivers, really new TNT drivers. Dave, he religiously watches this. What would be your one biggest piece of advice you would give somebody like that that's just new to this and is trying to figure everything out and get their speed up?
Oh man, what? Okay, the best advice you can give somebody is you can't get better if you're wrecked. So when I first came back a year ago, I mean, I still had a 5,700 I rating, but I joined in the races, and because I used to be fast, I thought I was still fast, and I'm wrecking all the time. All right, can't do that. So I just started at the back every race, and I just kept my wheels underneath me, trying not to wreck myself, and slowly started driving through the field. And that made me better, racing against people, but it also taught me when not to race people and let them wreck themselves. So people talk about patience. That's the best way to do patience. Go to the back. You don't have to race past people. Let them mess up and you'll pass them. And then once you get more comfortable with racing people, then start racing them. So that'd be the best advice I could give.
You got that, Randy?
I got it, yeah. I'm taking every note, and I was, I got some bad information because Adam told me, just go ahead and try to win everything.
If you ain't first, you're last.
All fairness, the last 2 races I did run that he told me to go out there, I finished second in one and third in the other one.
Yeah, you're there. You're ready to race. Stay up there.
No, I mean, I like what you put there. I mean, that's that old adage, right? You can't to win a race, you first must finish the race, right? You can't win a race if you don't finish it. So I like what you say there, man. I want to get some predictions, man. So let's start with the truck series, and we'll just work our way around the horn. As trucks, Bristol Dirt, Josh, the inaugural.
Are you really running, Larry?
Oh, I'm freaking running. You think I'm joking? Dude, I just seen that. I have nothing better to do. I'm smoking a brisket tomorrow at the house. You know what that means? I got 16 hours to do whatever the hell I want. I just got to manage a fire every now and then. I will be on iRacing.
You're going to be like crapping your pants afterwards.
No, I will be on iRacing, and I am going to be turning laps.
All right.
I thought he was going to be smoking cock, but
all right.
They're on our PG-13 rating.
Since Larry's not only going to turn in laps, he got third there once. I'm going to go ahead and call it Justin Anderson.
Oh, that was fantastic, Josh. That was fantastic. Brandon Bernhardt.
all right. So I will. I'm gonna be the odd man out here, so I'm just gonna say it. My good bud Larry is gonna win. I'm picking Larry. I've got enough confidence that I think Larry is gonna win. I think those other guys are gonna wreck, and Larry's gonna win.
Thanks, Randy. I'm also going to take the wall out to dinner.
You take the wall out to dinner.
Good. Yeah, just like I did.
So am I. Just don't hit me on the way around me.
Mr. Welland.
This is for trucks at Bristol. Dirt?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Ooh, so the 95 is Joe Dinsmore, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, he's part of the team. I'm almost embarrassed I had to ask, but I want to make sure I got it right. So with the way that track drives, from what I can tell, it seems like guys who are good at saving their tires in the regular sim would probably be good at that, and he's pretty slick. So I got my money on him.
I mean, he was strong in the cup cars, and as Josh stated, he was crab walking around that track.
Oh, if there's anybody that can make that work, it's Joe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Joe is so due. I just, I picked him a billion times to win, and I don't know what it is. He just cannot break through. And I know once he does break through, we're all going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
So what it is, because I'm down there in the chat with him, he's exceptional at saving his tires.
Mm-hmm.
But, he's saving his tires, he's chasing down Blake, and we get a yellow. And then we restart, and he takes off kind of easy, and then he starts chasing him down, and then the race ends. If we get a long green, he should be a serious threat. But he's just got like that 5% more. He's just got to give it at the start of the run, and he'd win.
Do you know what they call those when the caution comes out? You know what we call them?
Blake cautions, yeah. Yeah. I was waiting for that to happen out there. That's the real hack he's got. He doesn't have a tire cheat. He's got the yellow one.
So, all right. So, July 11th, we got Atlanta Motor Speedway. Josh, this is the cup. Let's go, Atlanta. Hot Atlanta.
All right. I can't not do it. I got to go Hanner.
Hanner, baby.
He's
Hanner.
way too good at the intermediates.
I love this dude. Hanner all day long.
I'm going to go with Greg Welland.
I like that.
I'm going to go with Greg Welland, too. I'm looking forward to racing Hanner, though. I swear to God, I've raced your shot.
Oh, yeah. Can I switch my pick? Because I love the fact this man came in and called his shot. Biggest cojones on the shot yet.
Hey, I want to say I'm looking forward to racing that guy. Clearly, he's a stud. He knows how to race on these tracks. These are my bread and butter as well. Atlanta's not my best one out of them, but I'm looking forward to a good race.
I want it. I'm looking. Well, no, I'm not going to be calling it. It's going to be Larry and Carl because I'm going to be out there with you.
Yeah, Larry and Carl will be in the booth, man. Hey, first off,
join you in the booth for that one.
You're more than welcome, buddy. Honestly, Greg, it was amazing having you here tonight, and I want to have you back. And I love your thing you do with charity, right? So I want to set something up in conjunction with you. let's see if we could put a fun race with the podcast together. Maybe throw a little entry, and all the entry goes to the charity, man. Like
100%. I'll message you on the side and get you all the information. But yeah, that would be amazing. And then I'm trying to talk to them as well. I think they have an intake they do for kids that are obviously in the most horrific situation of their life. But if we could broadcast our races to them and just give them an hour and a half of just something different to watch, I think that'd be cool.
Oh, dude, yeah, get with me. Let's do this. Everybody out there's listening, we're gonna do this. We are currently 2 series, and we're pulling in a third, and we are pulling all resources together as it is for fun races and stuff like that. So this would be a perfect opportunity to get a massive field with a nice buy-in for all the proceeds to go towards the charity. So let's
Greg,
definitely
let me ask you let me ask you one thing. Greg, where are you actually located at? We didn't ask you that.
California.
Indiana. Hancock County, Indiana.
Okay.
You said California.
I am from California, but I long story short, I had a pretty rough childhood, and so to see a place like this that takes in kids that are in the most terrible situation they could be in, I want to do nothing but help them. So God bless them, and I'll be there.
That's awesome. I was a little confused when you said that, though, because you were like, it's like 6 o'clock California time. I was like, okay, so this dude lives in California. Apparently, I was completely wrong.
Totally wrong.
Totally wrong. Hey, man. So, yeah, get with me, man. Let's set it up, and hopefully we can have you back here soon.
Yeah, 10-4. No, I do live in California. The charity is separate from me. I just reached out to them when I found out about them to see if I could, have them on my car and do stuff like what you and I are talking about. So we'll go from there. And yes, I'd love to be on the podcast again. I got some killer 2K3 stories I'd love to share on here. Some cool stuff I was able to do back then.
Cool. Awesome.
Awesome, man. All right, buddy. Well, we'll talk to you soon, man. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully we'll get to talk to you in the booth too, man.
Yeah, 10-4. See you guys.
I'm happy, you, man.
Have a good one.
See ya.
It's going to be hard to root against that guy. I like that guy.
No,
I
honestly do not think we've had anyone on this podcast at this point that, like, you know what? I could take or leave. Every single person, I just love getting to meet and actually get to know everybody that we race with.
False. Blake Gordon. When Blake Gordon left the show,
come on.
I'm kidding. Actually,
you're just trying to cause controversy.
No,
Love Blake.
That's the funny thing is I agree with Josh. Everybody that we've had, I've pretty much found a new, respect to him and everything like that. Now, look, it was funny because Blake, I always was like, man, he seems a little cocky and didn't really care for him too. And we had him on the show, man. I was like, dude, I freaking love this guy. This dude's awesome. So, but
all right.
I'm reading all comments, by the way, Josh.
Yeah.
No. I'm reading on 3 different screens right now, so I'm reading what's going on in the Discord too. And Josh thinks he's slick, but obviously he's not. So we're gonna take a shift of gears one more time. Let's bring in Calvin. I'm not about to try to pronounce his last name because I will flat out butcher that. And let's talk about fuel as we continue to prepare. Let's ask him.
Learski. Whoa.
Yo,
Learski,
Calvin.
right?
He's muted right now.
Yep, muted.
Beijing, Mr.
Probably because we pulled him up right at the point that he walked away.
Isn't
that how it always goes?
Hit the unmute.
Always happens. Always happens. Well, that's all right.
I'm making a quick beer run.
I'm about to too.
Let me rephrase that.
But I'll take that back. I'll sit here and talk to Randy.
Run.
Go ahead. Ew, okay. White Claws?
Basic. Do I like the White Claws? No. Not me.
Oh, no. And by the way, Justin Anderson, I did read your comment where you said, and quote, I am not taking a provisional. I am not scared of you, Justin Anderson. We are on dirt. Dirt is my aspect. That's what I grew up on. Bring it, bitch.
Yeah, Larry used to run like motorcycles. That's dirt.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Not dirt cars. It was dirt bikes.
Dirt bike. Yeah.
Well, it's funny. It's funny though, because one thing I had to learn is when it come to cars and stuff like that, the concept of turning was the same, right? So with four-wheelers and stuff like that, you would go outside in out, right? So outside in out. I can't do that on freaking asphalt, so I can't find the speed. I just mentally, I just don't know why. Like, but if I can just keep it pegged and turn down real hard and bring the car down inside out, it's great.
I would just like it to be known that when we ran a fun race there in the Cup, I actually beat Blake in one of the heats.
Hey, that's
Granted, he
So
completely
you got that going for
screwed
you.
up. So that gave me an undeserved confidence.
Hey, you know I almost beat Josh once.
Yeah, you really did. On a road course, mind you.
So I got that going for me.
I,
Hey, Larry, do you know how people distinguish the different types of motorcycles in motocross by the sounds? Well, because
I think I figured it out.
when a Honda goes by, it goes "Huh."
Oh.
Then the Suzuki.
Yeah.
We have you, Calvin.
no
Your
joke.
server muted, apparently.
Why was he server muted?
I don't know.
Calvin.
We got him yet? Is he on now?
Calvin. Nope. He's muted. Calvin.
You guys there?
There. Hey.
Calvin.
Yeah, man, it's just good old Discord trying to hold me down.
Well,
It happens
good old
sometimes.
Carl dealing with some serious work crap to make it to where he couldn't be here tonight to fix our problems because he fixes all of our tech problems.
Yeah. So, Calvin, we have not had you on here. You part of the fuel group. I said flare group. So I was going to say, how did you pronounce your last name?
Fularski.
Forlowski.
Flarsky.
Fularski.
Flarsky.
Wow, that's way. It looks like
I only
Flarsky.
put a little too much emphasis on the A.
I'm literally gonna.
Close.
If it's okay, I'm gonna call you K Phil.
That'll work. My untapped screen name is Phil Beerski for you guys that love beer so much. So
That's
Drinking
Larry all
leftover
the way.
Corona from
Hey,
my vacation.
I want to point out, give it about a year, and this beer you're seeing, it's going to be the sponsor of this show, right? And I'm going to start bottling this and selling it.
So you're
Make that in your
leaving
bathtub?
the military?
Huh?
You're leaving the military to become a brewmaster?
Nah, man, I'm going to do it on the side.
making it out of your bathtub.
Yeah, actually, well, my closet.
Nicely done. I've been thinking about getting into brew making, but just found out I got one on the way, so I might have to put that on hold.
Fair enough. I got
was
one
gonna
on the way
say,
too. but-
Congratulations on that one.
Yeah.
That's
You and Larry both.
Yeah, when
That's awesome.
I'm gonna keep this on the sidebar real quick, man. When'd she do?
Oh, geez. Looking like early March at the moment.
Early March.
so this is really fresh.
Really fresh.
Yeah, well, we've been trying for about a 2.5 years. So we had always talked like, oh no, we'll wait. You know, we won't be too over anxious to tell everybody. And you sit there and fucking get nothing for 2 years, and you're just like, all right, we're gonna tell everybody.
No, that's awesome. I was going to say, the fact that you just told part of the family today and you're here, that I wouldn't want to talk to our ugly asses.
Yeah, really.
Well, I mean, it's been crazy. I mean, we were out of town all last week. I'm from California originally. My wife lived near Sacramento for probably a good half of her formative years, I should say, and met in college, moved out to Atlanta, then moved up to North Carolina, and so we flew back to California, drove down the coast for her 30th birthday, and the day we left my parents' house in the Bay Area, like the Oakland, San Francisco area, she found out she was pregnant, but didn't tell me until about a day later when we had stopped at Disneyland for a couple days. So happiest place on earth and all that
Most magical place. It's most magical place.
The most magical place. You're
That's
absolutely right. But it was a hell of a trip. I mean, we were just kind of floating around for a couple days, and now we're back home, back to work, and now that it's the weekend, we want to start telling people again. So it's I waited long enough. Gonna tell everybody.
Yeah.
No, as someone that's not going to have kids, I understand the excitement, but yeah, just not for me. I like other people's. I like hanging out with other people's kids, getting them all jacked up and hyperactive, playing with them, and then give them back.
Yeah, get them all dosed up on manufactured sugar and send them on their way.
I was one of those guys that said, I'm not going to ever have kids. I'm not going to get married. I'm not going to do any of this stuff. Like, I got married one time and I said, that's it. I'm never getting married again. Got married again because I fell in love with somebody, which is my wife now, 30 years. And said, I'm not going to have kids. And, well, my kid's almost 20 now and works at the most magical place on earth, Epcot.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. That's why I corrected that. It's called the most magical place because that's what they tell them they have to tell people. So,
no, fair enough.
All right. So, Calvin, tell us about yourself. I don't know anything about you, or I don't know a lot about Fuel. I mean, just what these guys have told me. I know Josh.
I'm the only one that really.
Yeah,
knows.
Josh does know because he's raced with you guys. But tell us about yourself. Where you live, what you do for a living. Your car number. Any kind of details you can give us.
Yeah, for sure. So at the moment, I live just outside Winston-Salem, North Carolina. So I'm about 10, 15 minutes away from
Triangle.
From Bowman Gray. Yeah, living in the Triangle for sure. Working for Volvo Trucks at the moment. Loving it up here at the moment. I've lived here for two going on 3 years now. Moved here from Atlanta a couple of years ago. Yeah. Been an admin and member of the Fuel Racing League since its inception about 3 years ago. A buddy of mine was in contact with the league owner, Will Roberts, when he first formed things up, and Will was asking everybody he knew, like, hey, who would be a good admin? And I had been an admin at a previous league that had just folded, and Calvin's he's pretty level-headed about a lot of things, that he doesn't mind yelling at his teammates when they fuck up on track. So you might be a good, level-headed, balanced guy to throw on the team, and I just never left. So took a little break at in the middle of last season, but back here, looking forward to working with you guys this year for all of our broadcasts, and looking to have our best season yet. But I'm currently driving the number 2 car, sporting a number of different products from British American Tobacco. So I've got Grizzly Wintergreen on the car at the moment, and I'm gonna have a little bit of Velo Velo nicotine products on there as well. And my favorite brewery in North Carolina, Sycamore, they're gonna be on board for a couple races this year as well. So looking forward to putting some pretty looking cars out there and finishing somewhere near the mid pack, because I am fucking terrible. So I'll be starting most of the races near the back and just avoiding wrecks and trying to finish somewhere in the top 15.
Yeah, you and me both.
Yeah, one of my teammates on team name is Pelletier McQuistion Simulations, and the second name there, McQuistion Travis. He's a little bit of a wheelman, so he'll be doing most of the contending as far as our team's concerned. But every once in a while, you get to a plate track and you'll see my name pop up near the top of the leaderboard. You're like, how the hell did he get there? I just got a knack for finding the front end of the field somewhere near the midpoint of a plate race, and then I'll be somewhere in the top 5 in the last lap, and I'll screw it all to hell somehow, some way.
I mean, as long as you don't take me out, I'm good.
I usually do a pretty good job of not taking other people out, but every once in a while I get a little overambitious when I see the checkered flag coming.
Yeah, we won't talk about my race on Monday.
Or maybe we should.
Should we?
Yeah. What happened on Monday?
What happened on Monday?
I'm going to say that I'm slightly inebriated to where I don't completely remember. All I remember specifically was there was an incident that was racing, but deep down inside, I may have been kind of at fault. Because I was down below someone, and we may have touched, and I definitely started a little bit higher in the turn than I normally would in that situation, but...
Oh, we were racing at Kansas too, so you're kind of supposed to be on the top side. I mean, I know where I'm supposed to be. Whether I can put the car there or not without going nose first into the wall, it's a different story. But
well, that's exactly what it was.
Well, and ever since I guess ever since the new tire update, the walls are made out of super glue. So once you get attached to them, you cannot get off them. I mean, your best bet to get off them quickly is to drop it into third and turn the wheel hard left. But if you've got a pack of cars coming behind you, you're better off just riding the wall all the way off too.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason why I'm glad once we actually hit the proper Premier League or Premier Series. God, I watch too much soccer. That's why I'm glad we're actually going to be running the Xfinity, because some of those intricacies that you need to learn with the ARCA car aren't necessarily going to be there.
Yeah, absolutely. The ARCA car is great especially for folks that are just jumping into iRacing. You know, they drive the street stocks, they can ride them flat out around Charlotte and kind of wheel them around USA and other short tracks like that. But you eventually get into a little bit faster car, and you have to take a look in the mirror and understand that you can't just wheel them around like it's Need for Speed anymore. There's a little more, like you said, nuance there. But the Xfinity car, definitely, it's a different beast. In my experience, setup permitting, it's usually a little more on the tight side, which I kind of prefer. There's some guys in the league that really like a loose race car, and they just drive the hell out of that right rear tire when the setup is loose. I cannot manage that to save my life. But then again, I didn't come on here to proclaim that I'm actually a good driver. So you give me the safe setup, and I can probably keep the car in one piece.
You just do it like I do. You're the best driver in this room, as far as I know.
The room that I'm sitting in? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Hey, so I just want to point out, first off, we're 17 days away from the All-Star race, man. I don't know about you guys. The excitement for me, I'm getting more and more excited about what's coming up. I know Carl's been working incredibly hard on all the overlays and everything that we're doing. And the funny thing is, when John said earlier that he was distracting me, this was actually a talk on the intro for Fuel and how he's working and everything like that. We should have something within about a week. So I want you to know that, first off, Finn, we're super excited to cover this, especially the All-Star race. The format's going to be exciting. It's going to be a good time, man. And we're really looking forward to, starting the sponsorship or partnership, I should say, with you guys.
No, and the feeling's mutual. We had a really good relationship with our last broadcaster, and they're moving on to some bigger and better, I'll say, real life events, some real life opportunities. So we're happy for them. Sad to see them go, but we're super stoked to see what you guys can do for us, and I think we'll be able to grow both of our groups together pretty well. But as far as the All-Star race is concerned, Alan Elwood, I think he's been on one of your guys' episodes previously. I didn't get a chance to watch it, so I don't know how much he hyped it up, but seeing the level of excitement from him whenever he talks about it, I mean, it's going to be a hell of a time. I know watching the real life version of what we're going to try and put on virtually on iRacing was really entertaining for sure. Watching people just go, going 11 tenths while they're running down the pit lane, trying to slide into the pit box in one piece. It's going to lead to some interesting and surprising finishes, I'm sure, out of this All-Star event. But Alan's got a couple surprises, I think, they'll make some of the folks really happy, and it's just going to give everybody a chance to just lay it all out for a couple laps. We don't need to worry about who's going to race who and who's going to turn who on track or anything like that. We're just go run the car as hard as you can. Who cares how long the tires last? You're only going to run for 2 laps. Just get in, get out, and tear it up.
I'm actually, the biggest thing that I'm excited for, both from as somebody that's going to run it and from our broadcasting side, is one person's going to be out on track at a time. So we really get to introduce everybody that's going to be running.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to get to at least see that character, and that's part of what the podcast is about, is we really get to introduce everybody to the person behind the virtual driver, because we don't really get to see them. People do get to put their pictures in their driver profile to where we can see a photo of them, but we don't really get to know them. But before we start broadcasting properly, we're going to have, okay, here's this driver. They're going to be fast. Well, at Charlotte. But
Street stocks, right?
Yeah.
Everyone knows how to run fast there.
Talk to the man, bottom left.
Burn. Randy, take him out in the first lap on Wednesday.
You know what? You wait. I'm gonna have my Mad Catz wheel all over you. All right.
You got to catch me, buddy.
Well, you got to
On
let
the restart. There's no catching anybody.
Hey,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but if he's restarting freaking 20th and I'm restarting 5th, he ain't getting to me anytime soon.
Right,
You know
Randy,
what?
I'll take him out for you.
Wait a minute. Nick proved that wrong the other night in the stop. The start of the race. He just ran into everybody, plowed in the whole row. So.
Oh man! All right.
Anyway.
And if he can't catch you under green, that's what the post race is for. Right?
right.
Catch me in the garage.
We get to introduce everybody to the league. Like myself, Carl, and Nick have been running since the beginning of the Sportsman series, and you guys are making us faster, which is not good for the AOLL. But at the same time, with the leagues that we broadcast, you guys are the perfect middle ground where the AOLL is more of a gentleman's league. The Fuel is cutthroat.
Yeah. Nothing is off limits.
So cutthroat is the middle ground?
Well,
No,
all right,
you guys are in the middle ground.
You guys are in the middle.
It's still a gentleman's league.
Gotcha. Okay.
But you guys are... I mean, I look at Kansas, and there were things... Like, people were making moves that I would expect in the last 5 laps on the second lap.
Hey, sorry, Josh. Real quick. Hey, John Gordon said he doesn't have to catch you if you're if you run faster. You'll catch him. That one caught me off guard. That was a good one. Good point, John.
Yeah, that's what I was basically saying.
All right, sorry. Go ahead, Josh.
But yeah, you guys are like in that middle ground where there's still a lot of respect, and from the admins, it's, I'll admit, kind of demanded.
Oh, I would completely agree with that. I've being in the chat boxes and everything like that. There's no, we'll let you bicker for a second, but at a certain point, we're gonna tell you shut the F up, like, and I like that,
If I go back to Concord when you guys shut off the in-race chat.
and not that IVRL does a bad job. It's just a different league, right? But there's
Let it go. Let everything go.
yeah.
So,
well, no,
yeah.
I mean Cody shuts it down too. When Cody's like done with something, and hearing it, he's we're done. Shut up.
Right.
We're not hearing this anymore.
Well,
He shuts it down, but he lets it drove on more than the other. So I get what you're saying, Josh.
Yeah.
And I don't mind that to a certain extent. I mean, some tensions and some emotions are going to boil over, but you guys kind of come in here at a perfect time where we're kind of trying to revamp a couple things as far as the population of the league is concerned. We had one team in particular that was just kind of rubbing a lot of people the wrong way. And they're no longer with us. Trying to get a fresh start for the rest of the league members that really wanted to stick around and see what we can do with everything here. But we got to a point sometimes where people were just barking at each other and they just wouldn't let it go. And it's the position I find myself in where I'm not one of the fastest guys, but I still enjoy spending time with my teammates and the other admins and putting and organizing a league. Like I get more enjoyment out of organizing a fun event and league for everyone else than I do winning a race. And I haven't won many races, but I've won enough to know that I at least enjoying putting on a good show for everybody, or helping put on a good show. And I just want everyone to be competitive, race hard, but still leave every Monday night going, all right, I do want to come back next week, instead of being like, fuck, why do I come here every Monday?
Yeah.
And everything that I've proposed as far as new ideas has been around trying to keep as many people involved and engaged as possible. You know, in my work life, I've got a team of 13 people that are all managing a bunch of back order cases for every Mack and Volvo semi truck that's on the road, and everyone's got different motivations. And it's no different in a sim racing league where you've got people that are super fast that are contending for top fives, or in some cases there are no doubt about it, top 10 driver every night. And you got some guys that are going to struggle to crack the top 25. And I'm trying to do everything I can to try and find different ways to keep everyone engaged. So that's why we're going to have, for the first time, we're going to have a hard charger award. We're going to have a driver of the month award, but the driver of the month criteria is going to be based off of who over the last month kind of produced the best story, the best improvement, even the best results. So, I mean, like, the voting may come down to, hey, this guy won 2 out of 4 races and his average finish was, 6.5. But this guy who's like 40th in points rattled off 2 top 20 finishes, 0 incident points, and didn't cause any trouble for 4 straight weeks. And that should be celebrated as well. So whether or not the guy wins the award or not, we can still give the guy his moment in front of the rest of the league and go, this is a good, this guy's a good egg. We like having him here. We're glad he paid his $10 to be in the league. And, we're not upset having people fill out the field that are respectful drivers that can help add to the storylines that you guys bring onto video every week, so.
Well, it's boring when we don't have anything going on, so we're glad for that.
And, other leagues I've been in and other leagues I've watched on YouTube or on Twitch or Facebook or wherever else, like the broadcasters then just focus on who's in the top 3 or top 5 all night. You get to the end, you interview the same 3 guys that have been talked about all race, and it's like, what happened to guys that are like P4 through P30? Like, those guys they may not have stories, but I mean they would like to get a little bit of FaceTime as well. So, I mean, I like that we're putting our 2 groups together where we're kind of aligned on the same goal, where there's more than just a couple stories out there. There's more than just the guys up front, and we can bring some more life to the entire field as opposed to just the guys that run up front.
I absolutely just loved everything that you just said. That's actually going to be another talking point for the group later. But yeah, I mean, I think we try to do our best to to highlight everybody, right? I mean, you don't want to just focus on these top 2-3 guys. Like, I'm a firm believer, like, look, if the same people are finishing top 3, top 5, I don't want to talk to you. Like, I'll talk to the top 2 because, well, you finished 1 and 2, but what do I need to talk to the third person that's finished in the top 5 for the past, like, 6 weeks for, right? Like, you got about as much say as the other guys. I'd much rather talk to somebody else, right?
Hey, if you stop at finishing the top 5 every week, you're going to win a championship. But anyway, back to your point.
Mine or his?
Yours.
My point is that that he's absolutely right in the aspect of highlighting somebody that we don't really get to see. I mean, I know when I try to broadcast, I try to scroll through the field, right? So not only try to find the best battles, but I want to find the people that we don't normally get to talk about. What are they doing at that point in time? Because at the end of the day, who's going to watch our broadcast? It's a lot of the family and friends of the drivers. So who's going to want to come back? If you're not getting highlighted, why would you want to watch the broadcast, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, in previous seasons, I got to the point where I went from telling my mom and dad, like, back home, like, hey, check us out. We're going to be on 6 o'clock West Coast time. Like, this is what my car looks like. Look out for me. And they'll talk to my dad after the race or the next day, like, I saw you a couple times. That was cool. Like, yeah, but Dad, I was running like 18th all day.
Right.
But, like, I got to the point where I was just telling them, like, all right, it's a plate race. I might do something crazy at the end. Maybe watch the last 30 minutes. And, got to the point where I'm kind of the guy out of the group that's advocating for the little guy. And I want to make sure that the people that are showing up every week that may not necessarily be the fastest guy, they still have a reason to show up. And even if that's, when one guy pulls off a good qualifying result and you guys notice, like, hey, we haven't seen this guy, and he just pulled off like a top 20 qualifying effort, like, let's pull him from the booth real fast in the 2 minutes before we go gridding, like, hey, how's it going? How you feel? they're like, oh shit, someone cares. Like, that's awesome. Like, stuff like that just breeds a better community overall, and we'll end up retaining more members over the long run.
And that's the biggest thing I love about the podcast, is because, you know what? It's not just about who's fastest, let's talk to the winner every week. It's, we really want to know the backstory of everybody that's out there on the track that we're broadcasting, because, again, you may come across somebody that almost seems like the villain on track every week, but then you bring them in here and, you know, they're just a nice guy, and okay, maybe they're a little aggressive of a driver, but you know what? Once you get to meet him, you talk to him, realize that he's kind of funny. Ross.
Bring in nasty.
He said Ross. Yo, I mean, I'm gonna...
you're just like, you know what? I can't be mad at this guy.
No.
Because he made me laugh for an hour.
Oh, he did too. That dude was funny. No, I think that's the main reason why we did the podcast. When we originally started talking about the podcast, it was, we want to put a person to the driver. It's, you only get to, like you said, you only get to hear so much of, you know, the drivers that are finishing in the top 5. You know, your normal guys up there, your sporadics that may finish up there every now and then, but we want to get to know everybody. And that's why when we originally started this, it was, we don't want to repeat. We want new faces until we work through the field, because we want the audience to know these people as people, where they come from, what they go through, and what their outlook on racing is.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I like I've said it before. Like, I'm really glad we're all kind of, after we had our first little meeting where we decided we were gonna come together for next season. I left that meeting feeling really, really excited. We didn't really know what to expect, and we had been looking around for a broadcaster for a little bit and interviewing a couple folks, and it didn't feel like, it didn't get the warm and fuzzies, so to speak, after we left certain meetings. But the 4 of us went back to our admin chat in the Fuel Discord afterwards. We're like, these are the dudes. These are the dudes right here.
So, let me ask you something. Where did the other broadcaster go? Where did he go? What he said, he went into bigger, better things. Where did he actually go?
So, I don't mind giving his channel a plug if you guys don't mind.
No,
but,
no, absolutely.
Absolutely.
We're here to help everybody, buddy.
Yeah. So he's on YouTube under SimTV, so it's SYMTV. He I can't remember if he was a journalism major in college or not, but kind of went through college, didn't really know what he wanted to do. Self-proclaimed, didn't know what he wanted to do with his life when he grew up and became a big kid. Started broadcasting some events. I don't remember how the connection first started, but he ended up getting connected with somebody in this semi-pro, or really probably more just amateur racing league called Grid Life in real life. Started hosting some iRacing events for them, I believe, and then it got to a point where they're like, we really like what you put together. Why don't you come out to one of our actual in real life events and just kind of, I don't know, we'll set up a camera somewhere and we'll do an actual broadcast and we'll put it online and see how it goes. And as Grid Life grew and evolved, they needed more and more production, but they wanted him to be a part of it. And it got to the point where I think he's now broadcasting their actual events from around the country. So he actually moved. He moved from I think he was somewhere in the Northeast, like maybe Connecticut or upstate New York, and now he's living in Chicago, a little more central to some of the other events that are happening around the country. But he's flying out to tracks all over the country and broadcasting these semi. I don't know if it's really semi-pro or amateur, and I don't mean to offend Grid Life folks. I don't know what they classify themselves as, but just a bunch of guys that they've got home built race cars that are just all sorts of tuned up. There's a guy, there's folks running, I think there's guys that are out there running BRZs, and there's the one guy with a Honda Odyssey minivan that's just all just tapped out, and it's just like it's just beating the shit out of other people. It's a huge, like from the pictures I've seen, it's a huge hodgepodge of run what you brung, but they're all kind of in the same class somehow, and they're having a great time. But yeah, I think he's kind of got to the point where, like, he was a really good broadcaster before, but I think he's trying to make a big career out of it, and I wish him the best. But it got to a point where he was running out of free time, so to speak, to manage some of the other leagues that he'd been running or doing broadcasts for a long time, and just didn't want to stand in his way anymore and didn't want to take any of his time up. It just good time for everybody to kind of find something new.
That's cool. I wondered about that. I just wondered, because I did short tracks. I did a few tracks in Daytona International Speedway, but I've done racing before. I didn't know if he'd actually went to work at a local short track or what. So I was just curious about that.
Nah, he just moving on to doing a bunch of road course stuff. He's more of a road racing guy than an oval guy, actually. Funny enough, but we've actually.
A lot of these guys are road guys. I don't get it.
What happens in a road race, anyways, right? I mean,
if you want to talk Formula One, come my direction.
Left and right hand turns, okay. Unlike
I'm a big F1 fan. I've been an F1 fan for a long time, but my first foray into NASCAR was back when I was like 2 years old. I went to back when it was called Sears Point, long ago. My dad tells me that he first brought me through the gate. We got up to where, back when before they had the large grandstands right behind the pit lane, when they had the grandstands when they had the grandstands split on opposite sides, and so came through the gate and saw the big chain link fence, and I saw the bright yellow Kodak number 4 come by, Ernie Irvin blasting by, and my dad said I ran up and jumped on the fence and was just shaking the thing for all it's worth. And funny story, a couple of years ago, before I moved up to North Carolina, there was a guy that was selling a piece of sheet metal. It was actually the entire side of a Kodak car, and it was one of Ernie's cars from '92. Wow! And I went to go pick it up. He goes, "Like you ever met him?" I'm like, "Well," I started telling him the story because when that same race, actually no, it was the following year. I was 3 years old this year, so in '92 he won the race. He started on pole, jumped the start, got a black flag, set to the back under green, raced his way back to the front and won the race. In '93, him, Jeff Bodine, and Ricky Red, if you ever go on YouTube, you can watch the last 5 or so laps of the Save Mart Supermarkets 350, 1993. Great event. But those last 5 laps or so were just the absolute nutter butters. I mean, these guys were just leaning on each other like crazy, just wearing out the last little bit of those Goodyear tires they had on, just going nuts. And I fell asleep for the last half of that race. And sitting damn near front row of the grandstand, fell asleep. Dad took me back to the garage area afterwards. They basically had the giant 10-foot tall chain link fence. People were tossing hats over the fence for people to sign and toss back. And Ernie was signing autographs, and my dad had me pushed up against the fence, and I could not wake up for the life of me. But I had my Ernie Irvin shirt on. This guy was just like, "Well, sorry I didn't win, but I'm glad you guys were out here." And I started telling the guy the story about the medal from him. He goes, "Well, hold on one second." He pulls out his phone, and he actually called Ernie Irvin. Guy lived about 30 minutes away on his ranch. So we drove out there, had him sign it, took some pictures, and told him that story. And he was just like, "I'm glad you remember that from all these years ago." I'm like, "Well, I don't remember it because I was asleep." But my dad has told me the story a million times, and I thought you might want to hear it. And
I was going to say that's better than better story than most of Randy's name drops that he likes to throw in on these.
I'm sorry, I know the guys, but I'm not going to tell you the stories. You want me to tell you about, Jones walking his dog around the garages? No. Anyways, no. Sorry. Yeah.
But,
so I actually work in a sense in NASCAR. So I actually work with some guys that we travel in this band and we play all these NASCAR events. And one of my best friends is this guy that's something to do with NASCAR.
I was going to say Mr. Pat Patterson. Pat Patterson.
Maybe. Mr. Patterson.
Pat Patterson.
Pat Patterson.
We haven't had our obligatory Pat Patterson reference outside of the.
I was going to leave it out. I was going to leave it. I wasn't even going to say anything about it.
Got to name drop him. Got to name drop him every day.
I did not.
I'm just saying.
I wasn't going to say it. You brought it up. All I did is said I play in a band with some guys that have something to do with NASCAR. And like, that's it. That's all I said.
The Pit Road Pickers.
That's right. Pit Road Pickers. Come on out and see us.
Hey, but I say one thing.
I didn't pick the name. That was Pat's name.
It's been an absolute blast tonight, and as always, just getting everything ready for this upcoming season. The All-Star race on the 19th, and looking forward to actually broadcasting, man. So if you're going to sell your series to anybody listening out there, man, give me a pitch.
Oh man, where do I start? I'll try and keep it brief because I've been really long-winded this whole time.
You can be long-winded. You sell
You're
it.
used to drunk Larry
Sell it.
taking us till like 11 o'clock. So.
Sell it. And I'm not even drunk. I've had like 6 beers and
Oh yeah, it's not even close. Yeah,
not even close. I drink a lot more than this normally.
you guys have been great listeners, and I appreciate it. But no, as far as the league's concerned, I would. There's four admins. We kind of all have a little bit of a different approach, and we're all kind of a different level of skill from top to bottom. I would say it's come one, come all. But one of our other admins, Michael Stroll, said something really interesting the other day in a tweet when he was trying to kind of recruit and drum up some other people to show up, and he said, race your reputation. And I was like, man, that's a great way to put that, because I haven't heard that from anyone else before. I mean, you do the usual, like, race the way you want to be raced, but everyone doesn't seem to take that to heart and just it's all take and no give. In all reality, we just want good guys to come out. We don't care if you're fast or slow. We just want you to, know where your car is and know where the other cars are around you, and you're going to be welcome. As long as you're not causing trouble, you're always going to be welcome, and we enjoy having everyone there, as many people as we can get every single week. We don't shy away from competition. We've got some super fast guys this season coming over from last year, and we've recruited some equally fast guys that have been lighting it up in the Premier or in the Sportsman Series for the summer so far, especially that guy Josh. And
I have some top 10s. Yeah, no, those are luck.
Yeah, but the Premier Series is going to be an absolute blast. We're running the B car because none of us can stand the single file bullshit out of the A car right now, and maybe when they get the Gen 7 car figured out, we might switch to that. But for the meantime, we want to see people's talents, and we want to see them put on display. We've got great broadcasters from Ghostfire Media that are going to put on a fantastic show, and my promise to everybody who listens to this that is interested in joining an iRacing league is that as long as I'm here, I'll be championing everyone on the grid, not just the fast guys. Everyone will, I don't want to say have their voice heard, but I will say everyone will be taken into consideration before we ever make a decision. We want to make sure that everyone feels like they're going to have a good time when they show up every Monday, and we want them to want to spend an hour and a half to 2 hours of their Monday nights with us every week.
Absolutely, man. Love it.
And I'll throw in, it's an absolute blast running with these guys.
And I'll throw in just the past couple weeks getting to talk to you guys. It's getting to know you guys. I look forward to calling these races and watching all the action, and you guys do your thing as admins. I mean, keeping it clean and everything like that. You guys should put on a heck of a show. So with that being said, man, we look forward to it. Sunday, the Cup Series is off. Tuesday, we're back with IVRL, Hotlanta. On Wednesday, Bristol Dirt, I will be racing, 100%. Guaranteed. Check your fucking calendars. And I did say drop the F-bomb because that's an F-bomb worthy. That is F-bomb.
First person.
That is F-bomb worthy. I'm coming back racing. I'm coming back racing. That's F-bomb worthy.
Larry's finally going to make it on track for the first time in like 2 months.
And Bristol, there! It's at the end of the episode.
He makes it.
Look at that beard. That thing is glorious.
It's
audio's gone.
Carl's not here.
Audio's gone, though. Audio's gone.
My bad. I'm on
there
push
he
to
is.
talk. My teammates hate when I have the open mic on. My bad.
Trust me, with my team, there's
is that
people
Calvin?
that I wish were not on hot mic all the time.
That's Calvin?
That's Calvin.
Yep.
I thought it was Josh and he got a longer beard.
No.
Or not Josh. I mean,
My
Carl.
beard has never
That was
been that
Carl with a
glory.
longer beard.
It's the one and only Ginger Avenger right here.
Dude, that thing is gingivitis, man. That thing is monstrous.
I have never had one
something?
that
Can you
great.
just go? Can you just go, first things first, where's your shitter? I'll go through it.
Oh man, I
do
can't
it, do it.
Nice, man. Nope, I'm not gonna do it. Mate,
Do not indulge Randy.
Get
He
me drunk for the
will
next
constantly ask for it.
I'm dead 60. You're crap.
God,
Randy, shut the hell. I can't stand you right
I
now.
haven't seen that movie in a long time.
That's a great movie.
It brought me back though.
Hey, so Thursday we're gonna be at Hotlanta, man, Atlanta Motor Speedway, TNT Series, and then for the Cup,
The same
we
thing.
will be back in Hotlanta. So we look forward to this. You know what? I'm gonna do it. It's a way early pick. We're gonna do way early picks. Way early picks. Who's gonna win the All-Star race? We've got one of the admins here. Let's get an All-Star pick.
Oh Lord.
Well, hey, you are a
you're
guest.
gonna-
Guest or last? You got time. Josh is the first one.
You give me a minute.
Why do you have to put me on the spot like this?
Okay, I'll take it. Will Roberts wins it all.
LOL. Will's my buddy, but
I know he's out. He's out there. He's out there in the comments heckling. I had to do it.
no, there are just so many good guys. I thought you were asking me
that's
for my
the
pick, and
thing
I'm like, fuck, I
is-
don't know.
Will said that's a
If we're
bold
talking-
claim.
If we're talking Atlanta and he's alone, I gotta go with Brad Slaughter.
That's a strong pick. I mean, he has been stupid.
Randy,
bad.
I'm not going to call on you because.
I was going to pick Brad Slaughter, too.
Oh well, never mind.
Well, hot damn.
Right.
Just generally with the intermediates, he's been. All right, I've been afraid he's gonna lap me. Is all it really is?
Will,
And
give me something, buddy.
Yeah.
Give me something. All right, now guest of honor, man. It's on you, buddy.
Good lord.
We stalled
lot of-
enough.
Yeah, there were a lot of fast guys last season, even more fast guys this year. I'm gonna pick a dark horse, and I'm gonna say Bronson Stafford. That'd be someone I'm gonna pay attention to. He's races him in more than one league now. Always been pretty damn quick, but I would not be surprised if he busts out a banger of a lap, or 2 laps, I should say. It's really going to come down to who can get it, not necessarily who can get it slowed down for pit road, because there's no speed limit for the All-Star race. But
getting stopped in
getting stopped in a stall and not being worried about like, oh, I got to go at 11/10 because the guy before me just put down a blistering lap. I mean, I could see that maybe shaking a few people, but I don't know. I got a feeling Bronson's going to come bring it.
I've seen Josh Lassen try to pit his car. Him, Nick. I've seen them try to pit their cars.
We're
man. You guys
really
are safe
good
on
at
them.
not slowing down for the pits.
They're out. They're out. But hey, man, this has been an absolute blast, and we really look forward to working with you guys. So, 19th All-Star Race, Fuel, be there, be ready. We expect a great turnout and a great race, man. Randy, take us home, baby.
You've been watching the Ghostfire Media Podcast on the Ghostfire Media Network. From all of us here at Ghostfire Media, so long from